This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And good morning, everybody. Seems strange to say that, but it is morning still here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. We're on the campus of New Mexico Highlands University. Thunderwolves on the road today to take on the Cowboys in New Mexico Highlands. Jim Brooks, along with my partner Joe Cervi. Aaron Konitschke will be our producer and engineer today of Thunderwolves football. And Joe, today's matchup for the Thunderwolves, it's kind of a, I told John, which we'll hear in our interview a little bit later, it's kind of a bridge to the final segment of the season. We're past the halfway mark. This is one of those games, you're playing a 1-4 team. You got to get past this one to make those games late in the season against Western State and Colorado Mines mean something.
Yeah, this is never an easy place to play. We've been here, and I don't. If you go by score, okay, maybe it has been. But if you've sat through the games that we've sat through at this stadium, especially, you know this is the Highlands gives Pueblo all they want down here, and it's a pride thing. You could tell they're gearing up for a big game today. We drove through the crowd the wrong way, of course, because that's what we do. And the Highlands they passed the eye test in terms of size, in terms of speed. You wonder if they're as good as they think they are, or we know that they have talent. We've seen it. Look at their stats, you look at their numbers. They have plenty of talent, but today is scheme versus talent, and that's what Csu-Pueblo has always held their hat on when they come down here, because sometimes it's video game numbers, but then you just have to settle in and do what you do.
Yeah, it's one thing to play against some of the common folk in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Then you go against the Thunderwolves defense, which is a different animal. They're big, fast, and they like to get there in a hurry.
Well, and you have to stay home. You have to trust in your assignments. You have to trust in the coaches that they know what they saw on film and know what they see on the field. And then you have to play fast. You can't think about it. You have to say, okay, coach told me to do this. I got to do it as fast as I possibly can. We saw that last week from the second quarter on. Csu-Pueblo played fast. They played confident. They carried themselves really well, and that kind of broke the will of Western State on their own field. And obviously, you'd like to do that today here.
Yeah, I think one of the things we'll be keeping track of today are explosive plays. Some people define it as 20-yard gains. I think John Riston likes to think of it as 15-yard gains and more. So if you can hold a team down to only a handful of those what they call explosive plays, then he feels pretty good about his defense.
Well, and historically, Csu-Pueblo has never cared about the amount of yards a team has racked up. In fact, they've allowed hundreds and hundreds of yards and still won. And I think John and his staff only care about the one number, and that's on the scoreboard at the end of the game. So if you want to go up and down the 20s and do that, knock yourself out, but we'll take the W.
Well, Devin Williams last week got the start. He'll get the start again here today, and I thought he acquitted himself quite well last week.
You know, I had a nice conversation with Darren Wilkinson, the offensive coordinator, before the game, and he said the thing about Devin, these Texas kids, they don't call plays. They get plays called to them. They get signals, and that's how they play high school, and then that's how they play college. So he's had to learn how to take plays and then verbalize those to his teammates in a fast cadence, and there's a lot more going on than just getting plays signaled in to the entire team. And he said it's taken him a little bit longer to get that, but we saw last week he settled in and looked like the quarterback they thought he was going to be.
Plus, it helps to have the race car back there. This Michael Roots character, he has really come on the last two ball games.
Low to the ground, thick, speed, hard to tackle, all those things you want in a running back. Plus, he's a one-year guy, and sometimes you worry about one-year guys and what they bring to the table. I am told by several members of the staff and players he is the absolute model teammate. He's the best guy that you'd ever want on your team. We see him congratulating opponents all the time for a good hit. They knock him on his butt, and he gets up and he shakes their hand because good recognizes good.
He just likes to play the game. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll talk to the head coach, John Riston. That all comes your way next. This is the Thunderwolves pregame show on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to the Thunderwolves pregame show. And joining me now, head coach John Riston. And John, reached this ball game here against New Mexico Highlands. It's kind of a bridge to the final segment of your season, but it's a hell of a bridge to cross, isn't it?
Well, it's kind of unique because we've been guaranteed 11 games, 660 minutes, and now we're down to 300 minutes as the start of today's game. And it's I feel really excited about our growth. I think we're generating momentum, and I always try to stress we're playing our best ball at the end of the year, and I think we're starting to gain some traction that way, Jim.
I think in these games here of late, you've been responding. Teams have been hitting you a little bit, and you say, all right, you absorb it. Now we're going to hit you back.
Yeah, I think the way for us to handle any game is with the ebbs and flows of the game, and how you manage it all, I think, is so important. And we sure have learned that in our first really 6 ball games. And now our 7th one is really going to be a test of will, and because they got some tremendous athletes on offense and some tremendous athletes on defense. And we just got to play pack football and making sure that we have learned those lessons, that we can go and be able to produce a victory at the end.
Well, you talk about plays during a ball game. Sometimes it's not always an offensive play. I thought a defensive play last week when Max Gonzalez made the stop out around midfield. If they get a first down there, who knows? They might drive it down. It might be 13-0, might be 17-0. But he smacks a guy, and he gets up, and he just like looks at the whole team and says, let's go.
Yeah, Max is playing at a high level, and he's very intelligent. He's a great leader. Got a great heart, got a great personality, and I'm sure glad he's on our team.
We saw last week what Devin can do when you get him a little preparation. He seems like he was more comfortable in the ball game, and from the second quarter on, he just made all the throws and made all the right decisions. I think it was the key.
Yeah, I think Devin, if you take away what happened at Commerce, he was just under fire and maybe not as confident in what he's supposed to do at that time and trying to learn a system, et cetera, et cetera. And now we felt like we needed to give him a chance. We needed to give him a chance. Not that Stevie has played bad. We just felt like we needed to give someone a chance. And at any position, if there's a little struggle going on here and there, but especially at the quarterback position, when there's so much on their shoulders about making decisions and making the right decisions and getting us in the right play and the right read. And I think he's settled down and has the foundation in front of him to be successful.
And we're finding out with Roots, the race car, that before the season he was a Harlan Hill candidate. Everybody thought, well, he's on the short list of guys, and then maybe after his first 3 or 4 games, probably people are saying, what's the hype about this guy? But we're finding out right now just how good this guy is.
Well, he sure is demonstrating that Chatham game, and he did at South Dakota Mines, and he's really one of the hardest working kids I've been around. He's taking notes in meetings. He's just polite. He's just been a joy to coach, and so he has a Harlan Hill Award, in my opinion, by the way he's handled his business. And most incredible thing is that he's come here and outworked everybody and gained everybody's trust, and it's been a joy to coach him.
All right, let's talk about today's opponent, New Mexico Highlands. This is an explosive outfit. They can get scores from anywhere on the field. Their quarterback is able to run it. He's able to distribute it. Kind of a scary outfit.
They are scary, and it's October, Halloween scary. I'm just saying. We got to make him go 80. We can't give him cheap yardage. We got to make sure we handle our discipline, and we got to control the controllables, and that's our attitude. It's our work ethic. It's our enthusiasm. It's our passion about doing our job, and if we do that, I think we can minimize what New Mexico Highlands wants to do to us.
Well, you mentioned, I guess that goes with getting a good start, because it seems like when they're in a ball game, they tend to stay in a game. If you can kind of get them off kilter to start a game, maybe you have your way with them.
Well, I don't know if they are in every ball game, and last week they took a really good Western State team down. Western State had scored 21 unanswered points. They had to do an onside kick, fake a punt to even get them in that position. And so, and you know how hard it is to play up in Gunnison. And so, I am nervous about today's game, but I'm also excited to see our growth.
Well, let's talk about their quarterback, just what he does. He can it seems like he's got an uncanny ability to get the ball to people in a hurry. He makes decisions, and when he makes the decision, it gets there.
Well, I think there's 2 things. I think they spread everybody out and use him as the runner because he's their leading rusher. And the other thing that's been really impressive, he's got a nice touch down the field, and he has a way to throw it in between the safeties and linebacker area. And so He's made a lot of big plays like that, and he's one of the most talented quarterbacks we're going to face and what we have faced in the RMAC.
Now, defensively, that might be their Achilles heel. I guess that's where you look to maybe exploit them.
Well, they got some big dudes, and sometimes people taking advantage of them not being sound. But the more they play, the better they are getting and being sound in their defenses. So they got team speed on both sides of the ball, and it's going to be a full 60-minute ball game at New Mexico Highlands.
All right, good luck today.
Thanks, and go Pack.
Thunderbolts head coach John Riston back with more of our pregame show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Sanchez Stadium here. The official name is Lavio and Patricia Sanchez Family Stadium, Joe. So it's a family affair down here.
It is. We went to Charlie's Spicket's Band for breakfast, good breakfast, and saw a lot of people, a lot of Pack fans in there. And because when you come to Las Vegas, New Mexico, you got to go to Charlie's. And Jim, I got to give it one quick shout out. Las Vegas, New Mexico is the birthplace of my father-in-law, Floyd Sandoval, who turned 81 yesterday.
Where's the statues?
Well,
let's go by and see it.
Yeah, it's in Pueblo.
Yeah, I thought maybe there'd be a plaque somewhere, somebody can go take a look at it.
So Floyd Sandoval turned 81 yesterday. He was born right here in Las Vegas. I tell him, I notice you don't visit often.
Yeah. Well, that'd be the reason to come down is, it's not a bad little area. I mean, when you're getting here, it looks like you're at the end of the earth, and then all of a sudden you come over and it sits in this little valley here. It's not bad.
We got some great restaurants and pubs, and it's one of the most economical 4-year degrees you can get is here at New Mexico Highlands. They give all their athletes in-state tuition, so it's a nice draw, and it helps their recruiting. So it's a good place. It's just tough when you're competing in the RMAC, and you look at all the facilities that everybody else has, and then you look down here. But hey, you've seen enough men's and women's basketball from Highlands, and enough track and field, and I go back to the Jordan Campbell football days. Those Highlands teams were fun to watch.
Yeah, this is the place you come and get ambushed during basketball season, that's for sure. Take another time out. We'll talk a little bit more about today's ball game. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Sanchez Family Stadium here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. We're on the campus of New Mexico Highlands University. Without further ado, let's get the keys to victory for today's ball game. First for the Thunderwolves, Joe, what do they have to do?
They need to be a little bit more polished. They need to clean up the holdings, the offside, those non-contact penalties, the penalties that just kill you in drives, and they need a better start than they had last week. And I think if they shore that up, then the rest of the day will just kind of take care of itself.
For Highlands to pull off the upset that would reverberate throughout the RMAC, what do they have to do?
I think they need to hit Csu-Pueblo first. We've noticed that teams who have had success, at least moderate success, have done that early on and taken advantage of Csu-Pueblo trying to get the feel of the speed. And we know Highlands is going to be fast, maybe the fastest team they're going to see. So trying to get a taste of that speed early, Highlands might want to take advantage of that.
All right, there you go. Joe gives you the keys to the game each and every week. We'll come back after this timeout. We'll give you the weather conditions. Here's a hint, as it's been throughout the year. It's perfect, but we'll tell you right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to sunny Las Vegas. It's Las Vegas, New Mexico, but we thought we'd tease you a little bit there. Sunny and 57 right now. We expect a high by the end of the game at 63 degrees. They're calling for a 10% chance of rain, but that's not going to happen. There isn't a cloud in the sky anywhere. And we've got conflicting info on our two weather bugs. I got south at 11. Joe has calm. I think it's somewhere in between there, but it's pretty much as close to perfect as you can have it. Kickoff is next on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Sanchez Family Stadium here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. We are on the campus of New Mexico Highlands University. Thunderwolves have taken the field here and still awaiting the arrival of the Cowboys. As I'm not sure where
Slow
they're at.
playing.
I think they're over in this area here. There's
They're in the John Lavra Football Fieldhouse,
exactly.
and they'll come out when they're ready.
And they're just not ready to rock and roll yet. The scoreboard here, bear with us today. The bulbs are not that bright. It's kind of like the old, ancient Dutch Clark Stadium Pueblo Chieftain scoreboard before they refurbished it. So,
well, and the problem is the sun's hitting it directly, so there's no contrast.
So we're still about 3.5, 4 minutes away from kickoff. Some of the Cowboys are starting to filter out. Looks like the captains are coming out. So the players, as Joe said, they're starting to trickle out through the gate down there to the left. So maybe they had a little meet and greet with the tailgate, perhaps, out there to the left.
I guarantee the food was good. And, they have the area. It's kind of congested. They got some construction going on down here. So they have traffic flowing in a certain direction, which we found out was the wrong direction for us. We went through the entire thing the wrong way.
We got people yelling at us in the park. You're going the wrong way. Well, we're already this far. We're just going to keep on going.
Turning around at that point was not an option.
It was like a Blues Brothers episode. Here come the Cowboys out onto the field. A few of them. They're not all gathered in one mass bunch. There's about 20 of them. Now a few more are starting to trickle through the gate over there. Thunderwolves are already out on the field. The captains are making their way out to midfield. So we'll have Joe keep an eye on that. I'll give you the starting lineups for today's ball game. We'll introduce the Thunderwolves defense today. They'll go with the cornerbacks. It'll be Marcus Lawrence and Matthew Stevenson. The safeties are Sam Warren and Corey McClellan. The linebackers, Trevor Filio, Patrick Howell, Makia Scipio, and Max Gonzalez. The tackles, Dominic Finney. Ikena Onwua Soania is the nose tackle, and Trey Botts is the other defensive end. Head coach John Riston. For New Mexico Highlands at quarterback will be Ramon Atkins. This guy has thrown for 17 touchdowns this year, so he can light it up. He's also scored a couple on the ground. He's rushed for over 350 yards on the season. His tailback will be Kamari Mosby. The wide receivers are Quavon Beckford, C.J. Sims. That's the guy we'll keep an eye on today. Lou Dorsey and Ronald Jamison. The tackles are Josh Cooper and Austin Herring. The guards, Julio Castillo and King James Taylor. That's the way he has it. And the center is Jacob Gamble. Joe, what happened on the coin toss?
Csu-Pueblo is the visitor, made the call, and that was Michael Roots on the call today. They won the toss, and as John Riston will always do, defer to the second half.
Should mention that New Mexico Highlands under new direction here at head coach. This year it's Josh Kirkland.
There's a whole lot of Texas connection down here, and a lot of these guys, there's no immediate connection. All these coaches have coaching trees forever, but they're not as they have acquaintances who have had acquaintances.
Well, somebody's brought the cowbell down here. Joe, we can always use more cowbell, right?
Gotta love it.
Pretty good contingent of Thunderwolves fans down there. They might outnumber the Highlands fans across the way when I look at it.
I think they outnumber them quite easily, to be honest with you, including the Spirit squads.
It will be Dean Faithful to kick it off. The Thunderwolves will move right to left as we look at it. They're in their road white jerseys with the red pants today, red numerals. And New Mexico Highlands, they always feature purple, so dark purple with kind of a lighter gray number with a purple outline. Gray pants.
If there is a wind, maybe a helping wind? I can't really tell.
Yeah, just a little bit. Quavon Beckford and C.J. Sims are back deep to receive it. Sims is the speed guy. He's returned 15 kickoffs this year. He averages 20 yards a return. Here's the kick. And he is going to let it sail over his head out the back of the end zone. Boy, there's a huge collision. There's a flag coming down as one of the Highlands players just decked one of the Thunderwolves. This is going to be a personal foul on New Mexico Highlands. As Terrence Jackson, he's being congratulated by his fellow teammates, but he's going to get ticketed for a 15-yard penalty here. Here's the call.
Personal foul, number 1, on the receiving team. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
He just lit up for the Thunderwolves. Alec Prince, the ultimate defenseless player, is what he did, and he was happy about it. So he's happy for the mugging, but it cost him 12.5 yards. It is half the distance penalty, so they'll mark it at the 13 officially.
Well, and there's always some chippiness down here, and I don't know if that's just the culture or if it's just football in general, or we just seem to notice it down here. But, I mean, that goes through the years. It's been like that. Not just today.
Yeah, they actually marked the ball. The back nose of the football is resting on the 12. So we'll call the 12-yard line is where this drive will start. From the pistol, double wide out right, single wide out left. They do have a tight end in this set on the left side of the formation. Straight drop back, quick screen right side. Ball's deflected. Looked like Filio got a hand on it there.
Just a little bit, like little finger. And I was going to just be a quick hitter, and that would have been good for 7 yards. And he gets rid of the ball quick.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for the Cowboys. Ball is on the left hash mark. They're moving left to right as we look at it. Just underway here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. Thunder will show blitz. They're going to hand the ball off the left side, turning the corner, and a first down run as across the 25 out to around the 30-yard line. Good run there by Kamari Mosby. Made a little jab step there as he went around the corner.
Well, and Trevor Feely on that right side at linebacker got kind of caught up in the wash. Highlands did a really good job of sealing that edge, able to bounce it outside.
It was actually Cameron High who got the start at tailback. He's the one that carried the ball around the left side for the Cowboys. So they're out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 20 on that run. First down and 10. Take the snap. Look over the middle. Here comes pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Fires it up the right side, and it is deflected incomplete.
Nice play by Corey McClellan to break that up. Went to high point the ball, and he was up there. But if McClellan doesn't come down with his hands flailing, that's a completion.
And he timed it just right. It looked like for a moment it might end up being interference, but he timed it in such a way that he was able to get there right when the ball got there. So 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line. Trips to the right this time for the Cowboys. Single wide out left. They give the ball up the middle, and this time the Thunder will snuff it out. And coming up there, Patrick Howell making the stop as they handed the ball off to Cameron High. Cameron High not even on the 2 deep chart, so second week in a row we're having tailbacks not to get the start here against the Thunderwolves. Kamari Mosby is their main running back, but he's not in there at this time. 3rd down and 10. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge. Get the pass away, and it's incomplete. He sailed that one high into the outside, trying to find C.J. Sims, so the Thunderwolves defense comes up big here.
My gosh, that was a rifle.
Man,
that ball
shipped it.
If it would have hit concrete, it would have left a dent. Nice pressure by the Thunderwolves. Trey Botts from the right side, right into the quarterback's face, hurried that a little bit.
Thunderwolves going to have Andrew Cook back deep to receive this punt. Max Fine struggled a little bit on the, they always do the punt play on the last play of the warm-up. Here's the rush. They almost get there, and they rough the punter. And it's taken at the 30, a fair catch. Now the question is it running into the kicker or roughing the punter? See what they decide here. Looked pretty harmless, but you never know.
30-yard line, flag on the play.
And personal foul, roughing the kicker, so that's going to be a 15-yarder.
Here we go. The penalties you cannot have, you just have.
So that keeps the drive alive here.
The self-inflicted wounds. I think that was on John Nushi, Pride of Lahana. A little too froggish there.
It was right in between. I could see it going either way there, and I really don't fault him for calling roughing because he was kind of in an exposed spot there. His leg was extended. And
there were 4 of them.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't like it was one guy that just kind of went underneath him. There were 4 guys in there.
So it's 1st and 10 now out at the 48-yard line for the Cowboys. This is like a mini turnover. You see if they can take advantage of it.
It does tell me they might get a block later, though.
From the gun. They're going to give the ball now, try to run around the left side. Thunderwolves have it strung out. Try to get around that right side, but a good stop there by Scipio. No gain, 2nd down and 10.
Scipio now in the last 2+ weeks has played well.
2nd down and 10 for the Cowboys from the 48-yard line. Double wide out each side. He's alone in the backfield this time. And he's going to run the quarterback draw up the middle, and he bangs his way across midfield to about the 48-yard line before the whistle blows. So a gain of 4. It'll bring up 3rd down and 6. He's a big physical runner, Ramon Atkins. He's carried it this year 94 times, so it's not like he's a stranger to running the football.
Jim, I don't like how Csu-Pueblo just kind of stopped on that play. Progress was stopped, but there was no whistle.
3rd and 6 for the Cowboys. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure out the edge. Stepping up in the pocket, running forward. He's got the first down around the 40-yard line. He was able to break contain. And a good run by Atkins keeps the drive alive down to the Thunderwolves' 40-yard line.
Csu-Pueblo had that defended perfectly. He just found a little seam up the middle where everybody was vacated.
So 1st and 10 Cowboys. No score here. First drive of the game for the Cowboys. They're at the 40-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Ball on the left hash. Straight drop back. Pump fake. Now going for it all down the edge, and he throws it over everybody. He was trying to get it down there to C.J. Sims. And Sims is smallish, to say the least. He's only 5'7", they list him at.
There's no way.
5'6", 5'6", 135 pounds out of Covington, Louisiana. He is dwarfed out there on the edge by Marcus Lawrence, the cornerback.
I bet he's faster, though.
2nd down and 10 for the Cowboys. Thunder will show blitz off the edge. They throw a little screen pass right side. It looked like it hit the turf. Looked like it bounced. They say it's on the ground, and bear wrestling him down there is Corey McClellan for no gain as they got the ball completed out here on the edge to Quavon Beckford.
Trevor Filio is going to sleep well tonight because he's a linebacker that's either going to blitz or fall back into coverage.
3rd and 10 for the Cowboys. They're going to go quad wide receiver set up to the left here. Single wide out right. Now they look over to the bench to get the adjustment on the play call.
This is where you got to watch that middle.
Thunderbolts only going to rush their base 3. They're back in coverage. Setting, firing down the middle. It's up for grabs, and it's caught. Touchdown! Right down the middle of the field, Quavon Beckford split the coverage, and the Cowboys are on the scoreboard. So we mentioned that penalty on the punt is like a mini turnover. It gives you another possession, and the Cowboys take full advantage.
There were 2 receivers and 2 defensive backs right where the ball was. I'm surprised that anybody came down with that football.
Got it into the tiniest of windows there. Ball down, kick is up, and it is good. 11:50 to go here in the first quarter. Cowboys strike first. They lead it 7-0 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
And number 4, Nigel Mitchell.
On Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Here's the kick by Richards. Chance for Mitchell to return as he slips. He comes out of the end zone across the 5, 10, 15, 20, and that's where he'll go down. That slip cost him big time on that return attempt. So, Joe, you mentioned there while we were off, Thunderwolves only rushed 3 there. They elected to play coverage on that play, and the coverage broke down.
Well, you give a kid like that with an arm like that carte blanche to look over the field 3 or 4 seconds, he's going to find somebody, and these guys are fast.
Well, John Riston said earlier this week on the coaches show, he said, hey, we don't want to let him hit us down the middle of the field. Keep him toward the edge. Use the sidelines as an extra defender, and that's the exact opposite of what happened there. This is a true post pattern. So Thunderwolves come out on offense here, down 7-0. Devin Williams, the quarterback, from the gun. He has Roots in the backfield. They give it to Roots. He's up the middle and gets out to about the 25-yard line. Took a high hit there, kind of steer wrestled him down at the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7.
Just know you're not going to bring Michael Roots down with one arm. Even if it's 2 guys with one arm, that's not. He's going to keep going.
Highlands is no stranger to having big-time opponents in a hole this year. They led Mines early on, led Mesa. They led last week against Western Colorado till late in the game. The only team that really came in here and shellacked them was Chadron State. It was up 29-0. High snap, somehow handled. They give it to Roots. He tries to make the adjustment. He's across the 25, slips, now comes forward out to about the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. Flag is down in the backfield. Back at the 25, it's going to be a hold on the Thunderwolves.
The center judge, or whatever they call him now, that 8th official.
And the penalty call is against the Thunderwolves. Sean Johnson, the junior out of Mullen High School, out of Golden, Colorado. Of course, Mullen not in Golden, but Mullen, you can be from anywhere up there. So the 10-yard mark-off is going to mark it back to the 15-yard line. So that's old bugaboo, the Thunderbolts, playing behind the chains here. It's second down and 17 now from the 15-yard line. So early adversity here for the Thunderwolves on the road. Williams takes the snap, straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge, gets the pass away. It's caught. Fine has it. He's crossed the 20, 25, 30, up the sideline, 35, 40. Flag comes flying in. Going to be another illegal block, I believe, on the Thunderwolves here, back in the middle of the field.
That flag came 40 yards from where the play was.
And the back judge has tossed it. It's going to be at the 30 is where the spot of the foul was. It's going to negate what would have been a first down run after the catch.
Know your geography.
Holding, number 7, the offense.
And this one's going to be on Pennick, who playing the slot. He was blocking up the field. So it's a 15-yard gain and then take the 10 off. So a net 5 on the play. So it's going to bring up second down now and 12 for the Thunderwolves.
After the penalty, ball placed on the 20.
Feels like last week, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just a
roughing, a holding,
So second and 12 now for the Pack. Ball is at the 20-yard line. Trips to the left. Mitchell, Cook, and Feggins out to this side. Nick Williams is wide to the right. Roots the lone back on the right hip here of Williams. He's going to run a quarterback draw. Now passes it to Roots up the sideline. He's got the sideline. 35, 40. He's got the first down. Great decision that time by Williams.
And it was a 100% pure call that way. He sells like he's going to take as a quarterback draw, holds up just a set, and then just pops it out there.
Yeah, and that cornerback, whoever's over there on Roots, buys the fake.
Yep. Sucked in, and it was a perfect pass. Devin Williams. We nod our heads in agreement. We like Devin Williams.
Ball's at the 35-yard line. So the Thunderwolves overcome a couple of holding penalties to pick up the first down here. Guerra in motion now resets on the left side. Straight drop back. Looking right, firing right. Ball caught by Nick Williams. Goes to the turf. He slipped at the 41-yard line. It'll be a gain of about 6. You know, this is a field turf here, but a lot of slipping here so far in the early game for the Thunderwolves. Seen Roots go down. Remember Nigel Mitchell on the kickoff return? He slipped. Maybe a little moisture out there.
I was going to say, it's a little cool still. That was a nice little just turnout route by Nick Williams. That, if you remember last week, the Williams to Williams kind of spurred that offense to get them finally going.
Gain of 6, second down and 4 now for the Thunderwolves.
Slow getting this play in.
Fine and Cook along with Feggins going to split wide to the left. Also into the ball game now, Jordan Jones. He splits to the right with Williams. So Williams all by himself. Now Jones resets. He'll come back into the backfield. And they're going to hand it to him. And he's going to try to bounce it outside. Cuts back inside. Hurdles forward. He'll be short of the first down. He'll be close. But they're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line. Good to see Jordan Jones back in action this week. He missed last week.
Talked to Darren Wilkinson before the game. And I said, do you get JJ back? And he just got a big grin. I go, I guess that's a yes. You know, what a nice change of pace from Michael Roots when you get JJ in there, and then you throw big Nick Bingham in there, who's now in there.
Yeah, he's in the game here on their short yardage package here, if you want to call it that. Double wide out right, single wide out left. They need a yard here from the 44-yard line. Williams looks over the call, takes the high snap, hands it off to Bingham, kind of a jog step there. Flag comes. That could be a face mask here on Highlands. And look at this. This guy is he really likes showing off his throwing arm with that flag. He's the one that threw the flag earlier from about 30 yards away. And this one, he threw it from the 30 and ends up here at the 43-yard line as if nobody else could see it here, I guess.
Well, I hope he doesn't have another call against Csu-Pueblo to go along with that face mask.
Here's the call.
Two flags on the play,
Oh, jeez.
both on
Both on
the defense.
the defense.
Foul, post call, number 29. That penalty is declined. They also have personal foul, face mask, number 29 on the defense. That penalty enforced.
Wow.
He got the combo, Joe.
He got called for face mask and a horse collar. And it's kind of funny. They declined one of them.
Yeah. Always worry about the field judge, the guy with the pad and the pen that's a referee. That's the last thing you need is more administration.
Well, and he's showing off his arm. That was another 40-yard toss with the hanky.
Ball's down to the 41-yard line. I don't think Bingham had the first down there. I think they stopped him about a yard short, but then the penalty flag came in. So they mark it down to the 41 of the Cowboys.
Well, he got tackled by his horse collar and his face mask, so that's why he was short.
Mitchell in the game. He splits into the slot now to the right. And they look right now. Williams will run it. He's across the 40. He slides down. He gave himself up, and they're going to mark it back here at the 40 where you start the slide. It's not where you end up with the feet. It's where you start the slide, and that was at the 40. So only a gain of a yard there.
Okay, that was not designed to be a quarterback draw. That was somebody, he flubbled the snap a little bit, bobbled it anyway.
2nd down and 9 after the gain of a yard. 7-0, Cowboys lead it. They scored on their first possession. This is the Thunderwolves' first drive of the game.
Nick Williams has single coverage.
It's press coverage here on the edge, too. They give it to Roots. And he jogs his way through the middle, breaks a tackle, powers his way down inside the 35 to about the 33-yard line. Fans appreciate that run. Only picks up maybe 7 on the play, but it was a powerful 7.
3rd down has not been kind to Csu-Pueblo. I was telling Jim, they are 150th out of 163 in the nation in 3rd down conversions.
That tells you that's a struggle, doesn't it?
That's not good.
3rd down and 2.
There are 4 pages of teams on the stat sheet. They were on page 4.
Well, I would imagine this will be 4-down territory here if they do not pick a little long to try a field goal. I guess you could from 50 yards out. Let's see if they get it here on 3rd down. And they get the pass away, and Williams was smacked hard that time on the blitz. Coming through there was defense number 7, Joseph Smith.
Yeah, they sent the house that time, both from the blind side.
So now the Thunderwolves will go for it here on 4th down and 2. They were just going to try a simple little out pattern, a little turn-in pattern there, but that tells you how quick they got there. Williams didn't have a chance to even make that little throw.
Seemed the snap was just a hair high.
We've seen that a lot here in the early going. So this time Williams going to go up under center, as maybe they've seen enough of that high snap here. 4th and 2 for the Thunderwolves. He's trying to draw him off. He gives it to Roots up the middle off the right side and spins forward. He's got the first down to the 30-yard line. That little extra spin got him the first down.
Yeah, Highlands says he didn't get it, but all he had to do was they got the ball marked at the 30. That's easily a first down. He only had to get to the 31.
Yeah, so ball right at the 30. Ball's on the right hash mark. 7-0. Highlands on top. This drive has taken a little over 5 minutes off the clock here. Back to the pistol this time. Williams with Roots in the backfield. Double wide out left. Fine is in the game. He's wide to the left. Williams wide to the right. They give it to Roots. He's going to try to bounce it outside. Slips. Gets forward for maybe a couple. And again, a lot of slipping on this field here.
Give Highlands credit for staying home that way. They kind of forced him to try and bounce it inside, and there were help right there.
Gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 now for the Pack. Trying to answer the early score by the Cowboys.
Noon starts are a little early for us. I mean, for anybody really. They're normally 1 o'clock.
Yeah, that's usually unless you're doing it for TV somewhere back on the East Coast somewhere. Definitely early by Armac standards. And they're going to play action, going to roll a pocket left. They get it to Gary. He's hit immediately and taken down. That's when you hope Guerra can make that first guy miss, and the safety coming over to get him. That was Brendan Looper, and he took Guerra down in a hurry at the 28-yard line.
He was very proud of that tackle.
Yeah, he was posing for the cameras. No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 8 now for the Thunderwolves.
Unlike Chadron last week, Highlands didn't bite on that play action. They just stayed home.
Trips to the right this time for the Thunderwolves is Fagans, Mitchell, and Pennick over to the right. Nick Williams is wide to left in single coverage. The running back is Jones. Straight drop back. Here comes a late blitz. Passes away. They're looking for it. Oh, man, it's wide open, and it is dropped in the end zone. Should have been a touchdown as Pennick was wide open there. The ball may be a little short, but you got to adjust and make your quarterback look good on that play, and Pennick just dropped it. Would have been a touchdown.
Williams with a nice throw back foot because he had to. Probably threw that ball 45 yards in the air.
Yeah, being hit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Your quarterback standing in there with all that courage, making a throw like that, you got to make the catch. Field goal attempt here, 45-yard attempt now for Dean Faithful. This would be his longest of the year. Ball down, kick is up. Kick is on the way, plenty of leg, and it is good. 5 minutes exactly to go here in the first quarter. Thunder will score on their first drive of the game. It's 7-3 Cowboys on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Our officials get back to support the spirit and our student athletes.
Brooks and Joe
Their
Cervi.
commitment to safe, fair, and
7-3 Cowboys on top, so Thunderwolves early going here, Joe. You got a roughing the punter. That's a negative. You got 2 holding calls. A couple of negatives there. Took a near sack, and then you drop a touchdown pass. There's some plays in this game. They've made some plays around it on offense that kept that drive alive, but so far, just a few plays here and there that are killing them. Plus that explosive play on the touchdown. You can't give that up on 3rd and 10.
No, and I'll be the glass half full guy this time. All of that you just said, but yet they still were able to overcome those penalties, get points out of it. Watch a great try by Dean Faithful. That ball is good from 55 yards, and it takes a little bit of the sting out of giving up the big touchdown and puts you on the board, might settle you in. But, we talked a little bit about DJ Pennick. He came into the season as the guy at tailback, and he quickly wasn't the guy. So they tried to get him in space and moved him into the slot and made him wide out. Well, that's where you got to shine right there. You got to make your quarterback look good.
Yeah, they're able to get the matchup there, get him on a linebacker or maybe a nickel back, and he ran right by him. He was well in the clear. Now, make no mistake about it. The ball was underthrown, but it was because Williams was hit. But you got to make that adjustment and make that catch. He'll be the first one to tell you that.
Yeah, and you hope that you get better and you get another opportunity.
Kickoff try here by Faithful. High spinning kick. Chance for the return this time, and they will return it from the 1-yard line across the 10. 15, cutting back inside. Decent return there by C.J. Sims.
Does not get it to the 20, though. Good coverage by the Thunderwolves.
Stop by number 27, Eli Pittman.
Yeah, he is inside the 20. I thought he was outside the 20. So take away that decent thought.
Riston and the field judge are having a nice, spirited, animated conversation.
Well, he's the one that threw the flag on that from about 40 yards. Then he threw another one about 30 yards. A little delay here. Again, they go to this quad setup. 4 wideouts to the left side. That's the same formation they scored the touchdown on. They look left, pass it left. It's caught. And this is that little speedster. And I tell you what, C.J. Sims, he's like the old cartoon character, Joe, where you don't see the legs moving. They look like 2 wheels just going about 90 miles an hour. And he picks up close to the first down yards. They're going to mark it at the 27, so it'll be a yard short, 2nd down and a yard.
Give Highlands credit taking advantage of the talent that they do have and getting it in their playmakers' hands.
They're going to run a quarterback run off the right side. He'd be close to the first down. Pretty good stop there by the Thunderwolves. Making the adjustment was Trey Botts.
He didn't have far to go, though, so I think he got it.
Needed a yard, and it looks like he got a yard. To me, yep, they do signal first down. So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. 7-3, New Mexico Highlands leads it. And 4:21 to go here in the first quarter.
Surprised they didn't take a shot there.
They're going to go double wide out to each side. Each set of receivers kind of in a stack. Single back. No tight end in this set. They're going to run it around the right side, and this time it goes nowhere. As this is Mosby, who is the starting tailback. For some reason, he didn't start the game, so you wonder if there's a little disciplinary thing. He didn't play the first series of the game, but he loses yardage back to the 25-yard line here.
We don't have the insight into their program, but I do know that Highlands has dealt with COVID probably more than any team in the RMAC because New Mexico's been very, very diligent about their COVID protocols. And I guess Highlands has had 2 or 3 players out and practices canceled the entire season each week because of COVID protocols.
2nd down and 13. Mosby remains in the game. He's on the right hip of the quarterback, Ramon Adkins. Thunderwolves edging up on the line of scrimmage, a little anxious here. Are they going to bring the house, perhaps? They're going to run it around the right side. Adkins tries to turn the corner, and the boundary, as John liked to say, is my best friend here. Gain of maybe a yard or 2 on the play.
Mosby, he was trying to audible out of that, and nobody was buying it, so he just ran the play.
gain of a yard. So it's 3rd and 12 now from the 26-yard line. Well, the last 3rd and long Highlands had, they hit a touchdown pass.
The benevolence of Csu-Pueblo on 3rd down continues.
Now they call the audible, looking over to the sideline for the call. Atkins is now ready. Thunderwolves edging up. They show blitz. Here they come. Up the middle. Pass over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Max Gonzalez made that play happen from the linebacker spot. Just kind of went through everybody, just enough pressure.
Lou Dorsey, the wide receiver, he's a big physical specimen. He's saying, hey, they were tugging on my jersey there. Looked like he quit on the play. He just kind of cut off his pattern thinking maybe he was going to get the hold. But Atkins was thrown into a spot. If he keeps on moving, he might have had a shot on that crosser. So 4th down, Thunderwolves come up with the stop. Second time they've been able to stop Highlands. The first time they got a roughing the punter penalty. And the kick is away, angled toward the sideline. It's going to hit at the 35, takes a Highlands bounce out of bounds. Probably around the 25. They're going to mark it right at the 25-yard line where it went out of bounds. So Thunderwolves will take over there. Good directional kick by the punter, Will McDaniel.
16-yard bounce.
Yeah, it was a short kick, but he got the good straight-ahead bounce on along the sideline there, and there was nothing Cook could do with it. So Thunderwolves take over at their own 25-yard line. 2:37 to go here in the first quarter. Pack trail at 7-3.
You know, you go up and down the roster of Highlands, they have players from everywhere. They're from all over the country. There's our Kai Adams.
Williams in the gun. Now we got movement along the front. Looks like it's going to be defensive neutral zone violation here. I think we're going to have here against the Cowboys. Unless he was drawn off. We'll see. Offside.
And he knew it. He gave the guy.
Yeah, he didn't argue.
Yeah, and he gave a high five. My bad. Didn't mean to knock you. I knocked you.
Brandon Ortiz. He's a sophomore out of Port Arthur, Texas.
This definitely has a Texas flair to it on both sides.
So 1st and 5 for the Thunderwolves. Tight formation here. Everybody within a couple of yards of the tackles. And they're going to play action pass. Right side caught. Guerra, the tight end. He's got the first down and more up the sideline across the 40. Punishing run out across the 45 to about the 49-yard line. Good run after the catch there by Preston Guerra.
I think getting the tight ends involved more in the passing game has been a focus. It's not so much that they're incapable, but they've needed the protection. So getting Preston Guerra, who we know is very capable of catching the football, involved.
Curtis Luckadoo was actually in the game that time for the Thunderwolves. He's a freshman. He's out of Reno, Nevada.
And we're going to see a lot of him in the coming weeks.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line for the Pack. And they play action, pass left side. Williams has it, gets a block, but not enough of a block as the second man comes over. Gains 2 as he's into Highlands territory. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
That ball was coming right at us from Devin Williams, and he can spin it. That ball got to Nick Williams quick, but so did the defenders.
Yeah, you get the block on the one guy, then you hope Nick can somehow break that first guy, but he did a good job there getting down on the legs of Williams and getting him onto the turf. Root's going to split wide to left. He's in a stack over here on the left side of Williams. Now he's going to adjust and go back into the backfield with Devin Williams, who's in the pistol. Looks left. Now fakes. Looks left again. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away. Just threw it away.
Smart play Devin Williams. Knowing, I think he wanted Michael Roots to take off, but that just didn't develop.
So it'll be 3rd down and 8 now for the Thunderwolves. See what package the Thunderwolves come in with this time. Highlands has shown an ability here to get home with some late blitzes. The guy's sprinting from the safety positions or the linebacker spots. Kind of a delayed blitz.
Looks like they're coming again.
Jordan Jones is the running back on this play. Straight drop back. And he avoids the blitz, looks, fires up the sideline, and he threw it away. He was trying to get it to Pennick, but the pass sailed over his head out of bounds.
That's the one time I wish Devin Williams would have looked to take it himself, just to get the first down, because he had nothing but green in front of him.
So 4th down, the Thunderwolves have to punt for the first time today.
CJ Sims deep to receive.
Yeah, he stepped away from the blitz, and right then, Joe, if he makes up his mind right then just to go, I think he's got it. No problem.
You know, Justin Bunnell back to punt. Well, you got to realize we are at New Mexico Highlands, but we're still 6,500 feet.
Justin Bunnell on the punt.
And rugby-style kick. Aims it up the right sideline, hits it to 20, now to the 10, and now it's handled and getting away across the 10 to about the 13-yard line. Looked dangerous for a moment there. Flag is down here, probably going to be an illegal block against Highlands as C.J. Sims able to handle the punt on about the third bounce. Returns it about 6 yards out to the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. The flag is down, so they'll mark the penalty off, I imagine, from the 14 here.
During the return, the personal foul, blindside block, number 89. Half the distance to the goal.
Another blindside block. Point of emphasis today, maybe?
Looks that way, doesn't it? So they mark it off. Where are they going to mark this off from? From the 14 back to the 7. Okay, so where the return ended up, and then the mark off from there. So back to the 7, half the distance. So it's first down and 10 for the Cowboys, deep in their own territory from their own 7-yard line. Ball's on the left hash mark. See if the Thunderbolts defense can come up with a turnover here and plus territory. And they're going to hand the ball up the middle, and Thunderbolts have that shut down. Patrick Howell there on his inside linebacker position, taking down the running back, Kamari Mosby.
You know, for listeners new to this broadcast today, Patrick Howell's an outside linebacker, kind of balanced out Trevor Filio, but they'd had injuries at that one inside linebacker position, so they moved Patrick Howell inside, and it took him about a quarter and a half to adjust, and now he's very comfortable there.
2nd and 8 for the Cowboys. Pump fake, now passes. Caught, boy, what a grab there. It's snatching it out of the sky there. That ball was zipped. I tell you what, this Ramon Atkins can really deliver the football. Short of the first down. Going to be 3rd down and 3. What a hell of a grab there by Lou Dorsey.
Ball was behind him, too, just a hair.
Gain of 4, 3rd and 3.
Trips to the left, single wide out right. The running back goes in motion, so it's an empty formation. Quarterback draw, breaks the first tackle, gets forward. He's going to be right at the sticks. I think he's got it. A little bit of second effort there as Atkins. He's a tough character to try to haul down. Big physical runner at quarterback. And, well, they don't give him the best of spots in the world. They might have to bring out the chains on this one. Nope. That's one of the point ends of the official. They're supposed to mark it so you don't have to worry about measuring things. And John Risson says, hey, we got to measure that thing. He's short.
Cowboys first down into the first quarter.
Yep.
And now they are going to bring the chains out. The quarter has ended here, but looks like they're going to bring the chains out. John's demanding a measurement here.
The Highlands guys are saying it's more than a yard away to the good for them.
I thought he had it, and then when they spotted the ball, I thought they took away about a foot on his spot. I think he's going to be short here. They stretch it out.
They can't tell.
He's short.
Oh, no.
Well, they didn't have it. Okay, try a different angle.
Still short.
Now they give it to
what?
That's some chicanery there.
Oh, my.
That's some chicanery if I've ever seen it. What? Hey, well, let's try a different angle. Let's pull the chain from this side and see if we can get it.
Yeah, not a straight line.
All right, that's the end of the first quarter. 7-3 Highlands on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico. We're at Sanchez Family Stadium. Joe, I've never seen that on a measurement. You stretch the chain out. He was short by an inch, and the referee says, no, you know what? Pull the chain the other way from around. Let's go a different angle. And then he gave it to him.
Know your geography.
That was flat goofy. All right. Here is the handoff to the running back, trying to get outside. And flag down, going to get a hold here.
The field judge from 40 yards away.
Man, he has got he loves that arm. You know he was a pitcher, or either played right field and just loved to chuck it.
Yeah, that's going to be a hold.
He is dominating this game with the stripes right now. I think it was C.J. Sims on the hold here. And now he adjusts the flag position.
Illegal block in the back, number 6, the offense. The 10-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Quavon Beckford is actually the guilty party, not Sims. So they're both over here on this left side.
Beckford with the touchdown earlier. Nice catch, by the way, for that 40-yard touchdown. It was a really nice grab.
So they mark it back now to the 9-yard line. That would have been half the distance, as the flag was at the 18. So it is first down and 20. Pump fake left pass incomplete.
And see, look at that. Filio comes in on a blitz, puts pressure on him, makes him throw the ball too quickly, incomplete.
Yeah, and if you are going to blitz, the Thunderbolts secondary made the proper adjustment too, because you know he's going to go to the hot route, and they both came up and pressed coverage at the same time and took away the angle he had. So 2nd and 20. Looks like they gained a yard on the spot. The ball is now spotted it's out at the 9. I think it's more like 2nd down and 19. Remember that last penalty was half the distance. Low snap, but it's handled. They give it up the middle, and it's going nowhere. As Patrick Howell again, he's enjoying himself playing linebacker there on the inside. You got to be more physical in there.
I think he likes it inside. You know, I think you get frustrated as an outside backer because you usually get double teamed to slow you up. I think he likes that.
Gain 3 on the play, so it's going to be 3rd down now. And we'll call it 16. Scoreboard here impossible to read. Filio showing blitz. He comes. They pick him up, though. Tries to duck under it. Now pass up the middle. Man is open. Oh, and it's deflected at the last minute. What a play by Sam Warren. He saved the touchdown by that leap, Joe.
Sam Warren timed it perfectly to get up to the high point and just deflect that ball. He didn't go for the pick and try and make a great play. He just deflected. Great play.
And he got it with the tip of his fingers. It's just enough to deflect it away. Otherwise, it was 6.
I was looking at line of scrimmage because he looked like he was
borderline.
Just a little close to it anyway.
So punt formation here. It's Will McDaniel to punt it away. He averages 40 yards a punt. And he missed that one. It goes straight up into the wind. Thunderbolt's going to get field position at the 31-yard line. That was not good. He hit that, just popped it straight up.
Got a little bit too much club underneath the ball.
Teed it too high, didn't he? He's going to have to check for that mark on the top of his driver there. All the dimples are. How do you get that out of there, Joe? You don't.
It's the
It's
worst.
kind of permanent.
Yeah, it's the worst because then you can't, deny it. Yeah, I hit it there.
So Thunderbolts take over at the 31-yard line, the short field here. 13:47 is my best guess at the time on the clock here. 7-3, Highlands leads it. They scored on their first drive of the game. Thunderbolts answer with a field goal. This is the 3rd possession of the game for the Thunderbolts. And they're going to run it around the left side, trying to cut it back inside. Not much there for Jordan Jones. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Defensive front from Highlands is doing a really nice job staying in their lane, kind of stringing things out a little bit.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing a good job of occupying, letting the other guys just fly to the football.
Not trying to make plays, but just trying to take up space.
In this new era of numbers, you can wear any number you want, and we got a number 11 on the defensive line. We got a number 44, a number 20. 90. It's weird. Yeah, and then they're more conventional, a 90. 2nd and 10 here for the Thunderwolves from the 31-yard line. Got to take advantage of this field position. Again, they give it up the middle of Jones, and again, he is hit for no gain.
Yeah, they're just getting beat at the line of scrimmage. All the Csu-Pueblo linemen are on the ground, and Highlands is just mopping them up.
Yeah, that was not the greatest physical run blocking scheme ever on that play. So 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10.
Natives are getting restless.
Yes.
The Csu-Pueblo faithful who came down for this are
Fine and Cook going to split wide to the left along with Feggins in the slot. Nick Williams is wide to the right in single coverage, but the safety now starting to cheat over toward him. Screen pass right side, and this is going to lose yardage all the way back to the 35. So you talk about possession. You take over at the 31-yard line of the Cowboys, and you go 3 plays -4. And Jordan Jones is ticked. He goes right over to the side. Well, he might have hurt himself. Looks like he might have hurt his thumb or his hand or something.
Well, they just got him back.
So Thunderbolt's going to try a long field goal here. It's going to be a 52-yard attempt by Dean Faithful. The holder is Justin Dwinell. It's on the right hash mark here.
This is a big kick from here.
Good snap. Ball's down. Kick is up. Plenty of leg. Did he hook it a little left? No good. Hooked it left, and so that means the ball going to come all the way out to the 35-yard line. You take over at the line of scrimmage of the kick. So that's just a disastrous possession by the Thunderwolves. You get the ball at the 31-yard line, you lose 4, and then you miss the kick, and they gain yards.
Your defense plays outstanding to force them to give you that field position, and you squander it.
So Highlands takes over at their own 35-yard line here. They lead at 7-3.
Defense has been on the field a long time too, Jim. 2 minutes longer in the first quarter.
So Atkins from the gun this time. Has a running back on his right hip. That's Mosby.
Marcus Lawrence in single coverage.
Play action. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away. Dumps it inside. And it's going to be a gain of about 4 yards. Big physical receiver, Lou Dorsey. List him as a wide receiver, but he's more like an H-back or kind of a hybrid tight end. He's a big dude. He's a 230-pound junior out of Jacksonville, Florida. Gain 4. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
C.J. Sims just told Marcus Lawrence, I'm going to run right by you.
Trips to the left. Double wide out right. Alone in the backfield here is Atkins. Takes the snap. He's going to run the quarterback draw. Puts his head down, and he's taken down. Good play in there for the Thunderbolts. Max Gonzalez staying at home, making the stop. Gain of a couple. So to bring up 3rd down and 4 now for the Cowboys. Ball just outside the 41. Might be closer to 3 yards here on this play. About 3.5, we'll call it. Straight drop back. Here comes a delayed blitz. Passes away up the right sideline, and it is caught down at the 25-yard line. Donovan Hawkins made the adjustment that time and made the grab. The pass right on the money. 1st and 10 Cowboys. Another explosive play here for the Cowboys.
Denario Critton didn't turn around. It was a great catch over Critton's back.
So ball all the way down to the 25-yard line. So that's the second big-time explosive play in this game for the Cowboys. We told you we were going to track those as the day went on. Quarterback draw. Here's Atkins up the middle. He's got a big gain. He's got the 1st down. He's down to the 11-yard line.
Ramon Atkins on the keeper.
So the Cowboys already leading the game 7-3 here.
12 or 13 gives another.
And they're at the 11-yard line of the Thunderwolves. Again, this quad setup, 4 wideouts to the left, single wideout right. Atkins alone in the backfield. The Thunderwolves spread out all over the field here. Low snap, but it's handled. Fade pattern right side. That could be interference. No flag comes down. Tell you what, Marcus Lawrence had his hands all over the receiver there, but they say no harm, no foul. They were trying to get it to Hawkins, who's the one that just caught that bomb. As he's the one lined up all alone to the right side. They had quad receivers to the left. They're going to balance it out this time. Trips to the left, single wide out right, and they have a back in the backfield this time. Here on 2nd and 10. Send the man in motion to the left. They look left, fire it left, ball's caught, and nice cut inside down to the 5-yard line. That was a great play by the running back, Cameron High. Looked like they had him stopped for little or no gain, and he just knifed his way inside the Thunderwolf defender.
And it used whatever he had of the lift and just, I don't want to say it was a hurdle, but it was almost like a dive.
Down to the 5-yard line. 3rd down now and 4 for the 1st down, 5 for the touchdown for the Cowboys. They give it up the middle, and it's right to the goal line. It's close, touchdown. And touchdown for Cameron High. They spread the Thunderwolves out, and then he does a quick hitter right up the middle, and they get the touchdown. So this last couple of minutes here in this ball game is taking a decided turn toward Highlands. Thunderbolts had the great field position at the 31, did nothing with it, missed the field goal. Highlands gets the big strike down the field, and they score.
And you can talk about how Jordan Jones was in instead of Michael Roots on those running plays and all that, but the line was terrible.
Here's the kick. It's on the way, and it is good. 9:28 to go here in the second quarter. The Cowboys have opened up a 14-3 lead on Fox Sports Pueblo. So the music.
Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Sanchez Stadium. The music is weird. Just feels like somebody's knocking at the door. But it's the music, I believe.
I don't know.
If they want to come in, they can come in. I'm not answering. I'm home, but I'm not answering. It's kind of like I do at home.
Yeah, we're here. Just leave it at the door.
So Thunderwolves, they had the great field position. Felt like now it's time to change the momentum of the game, Joe. They go 3 and out, lose 4, miss a field goal, then to give up another, just a long strike down the field. They're in trouble right now, down 14-3.
Yeah, that was a big point swing several ways. And again, very generous on third down several times. And if there's any excuse, or if you don't want to make an excuse for the defense, other than they've been on the field the entire half.
Kicking off will be Spencer Richards. He's into it. Chance for the return here. Nigel up under, takes it at the 5. He's across the 10, 15, 20, 25, trying to get outside, and he doesn't quite break that last tackle. Good shoestring tackle there by Joseph Smith. Otherwise, Nigel was going to get to the edge, and who knows what happens after that.
You know, last week we had the tools out on the bench for the nails in the collar. I'm not going that route today. I have faith. I think Csu-Pueblo needs to put together a drive here. They will get the ball to start the second half, but they need some offensive production now.
Well, one thing Highlands has proven this year, no lead is safe for them. They've given up a bunch of them this year. But they have
they've looked good
given
today.
teams some fits.
They've looked good defensively today, especially up front.
From the gun, Williams high snap. Screen pass right side, caught by Fine, and that's going to get little or nothing here. Maybe about 3 on the play out to about the 30-yard line. Actually going to spot it at the 29, so a gain of 2, second down and 8.
You know, Nick Williams was at the single wide receiver in there, had to block 2 guys and didn't block either one.
So now second down and 8 for the Thunderwolves from the 29-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield this time. Play action. They're going to roll right. Williams, all kinds of time. Now is flushed. Now just has to dump the ball away. He throws it away toward the sideline. Nobody there, but once you're outside the tackle box, you can unload it.
Nick Williams had single coverage deep, and Max Fine was underneath in double coverage, and those were the only 2 Csu-Pueblo players in that route.
Yeah, because they had Guerra that time lined up at fullback in that formation. Looking an old-fashioned power formation. Trips to the left. Nigel Mitchell, he's going to go wide to the left. Feggins is in the slot. Now they tighten up the formation. So Feggins, Cook, and Mitchell to the left. Nick Williams to the right. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge. Going up the sideline, trying to get it to Nick Williams. He tried to make a one-handed grab. Looked like his left arm was being held on the play, but went up with it with the right hand. Could not haul it in, so it's incomplete.
Nick Williams had him by a step.
Brings up 4th and 8.
Looked to me like his left arm was being held there. He couldn't get the left arm up to try to help him catch the ball. He tried to stab at it with the right and just couldn't quite haul it in. So 3 and out for the Thunderwolves.
Dwinell on the punt.
Dwinell in to punt it away.
The umpire just got knocked down.
Low snap. It's handled. Here comes pressure now. The whistles sound here.
They might have
called official timeout because the umpire was decked. And that's what they're doing. That was a kind of a courtesy timeout by the head linesman over there. He saw the umpire get decked, and he came in and blew the whistle before the punt could get away. They had a good rush on that punt, too. They were close to getting there. So now the umpire will take the ball and set it back down again. The late arriving player for Highlands coming out there on the field was a guy we don't have on our roster, number 95, but he's the one that decked the umpire. Better snap this time. Punt is away. It's a booming kick. All the way back inside the 50. It's fumbled. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. And covered up there. Great play there to save the day. C.J. Sims. Otherwise, the Thunderbolts would have had great field position. It's all the way back to the 3-yard line.
Best weapon of the day so far for Csu-Pueblo is Justin Donnell's leg.
Sims, that's a tough coverage, Joe. When that ball's bouncing around like that, and you got people bearing down you from everywhere, and he just dived on it. It's like you're diving on a grenade, and he kept the grenade under him.
Well, that mid-afternoon sky is right in his eyes. The returners that would be to that side of the field, that sun is right in your eyes.
Well, last time the Thunderbolts had the Cowboys pinned down here deep, they were able to get the ball back on a 3-and-out. Remember, that's when they got the field position to the 31. They need to try to turn the trick again here. They trail at 14-3. Atkins, straight drop back, pass right side, caught. Oh, nice adjustment there. Getting forward out to around the 12-yard line. Making the grab over there, Quavon Beckford. He makes the first guy miss, and he gets all the way out to the 11-yard line. Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2.
These quick hitters, when you're playing that far off the receivers, it's like a long handoff.
And they're going to, ball knocked down. Tanner Draper, that ball hit him right in the chest. They tried to throw that quick little in pattern. Tanner's upset with himself, feeling like maybe I should have intercepted that one, but it just hit him right between the numbers. He didn't have his arms to where he could corral it.
Oh, he'd have had 6.
His family right down below us to the right here, wearing their Draper jerseys or sweatshirts. 3rd and 2. Up the middle, 1st down and more. Across the 15, out to around the 20-yard line. Ball comes out. They say he was down. I tend to agree. It looked like the ground caused the fumble. The ball squirted out of there after he was on the ground.
And the official made the call right away, so you got to respect that at least.
It was Cameron High on the run for the Cowboys. So they get out from the shadow of their own goalpost here. They're out to the 21-yard line. They lead it 14-3. And they're going to pull it, and Atkins going to slide to the stop. Now let's see if they mark him down where he started the slide. Yes, indeed, they do, back at the 23-yard line. Wherever the quarterback starts the slide is where you have to put him down, not where the slide ends up. So gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Trips to the left, double wide out right. So Atkins all by himself in the backfield here. Takes the snap, looks right, pump fake. Now sends it up the sideline. Man is wide open, and he missed him. That would have been a touchdown, the old pump and go pattern up the right sideline, and it sailed over the head of Jeffrey Ward.
That giant exhale you just heard was Marcus Lawrence going, oh, thank you, that was overthrown. Because he had him beat by 5 steps.
Yep, the pump fake sold that one.
And then that's why you don't play press coverage. Because you're giving up all that speed.
So now 3rd down and 8 for the Cowboys. Trips to the left. Single wide out right. They do leave a back in the backfield this time. Here comes pressure up the middle. And they get the pass away. That's going to be a backward pass. It's picked up back at the 15-yard line. It was a lateral and knocked out of bounds at the 17-yard line. Coming over to make the stop, Patrick Howell, as he delivered some punishment that time to Cameron High. They had Atkins, and then he just kind of squirted the ball out of there, but it was a backwards pass, which made it a live football. Good job there by Cameron High to make the recovery and then try to run forward with it, but it's all the way back to the 16. So now Cook will stand back at his own 45-yard line to receive the punt here from Will McDaniel. Good snap. Kick is away. It's a low spiral. Cook a chance for return. Takes it to the 48. Across the 50. Makes the first man miss. Flag down. Going to be an illegal block on the Thunderbolts.
That was an easy call to make, and it was a block that didn't even need to be made.
So instead of having it in Cowboy territory, the flag is right at midfield, so that'll take it back to the 40-yard line. Still good field position for the Thunderwolves, but in essence, you give up a first down here.
Well, that's Alec Prince, and Jim, you don't need to make that play. And he knew it as soon as he did it.
10-yard penalty, first down.
So Thunderwolves will take over at the 40-yard line. Looks like 6:56 on the clock here.
I can't see that. I just sat down because I can't see the clock. It just.
Yeah, 6:56 is what I'm going to go with here. So ball's at the 40-yard line. Ball on the right hash mark here for the Pack. They trail it 14-3. They shift the formation. Pennick's in the game. He lines up in the slot to the left. Nigel Mitchell's wide to the right. Play action. They roll right. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Ball deflected at the last minute. They were trying to get it to Pennick, but a good play on defense there by Malik Brown.
Devin Williams doing a great job avoiding the pressure. You got to just give Highlands defense credit. They've been in the proper position coverage-wise the entire half.
So it's 2nd down and 10 now for the Thunderwolves from their own 40-yard line. Trailing it 14-3. Pennick again in the game, wide or in the slot to the left. Nigel Mitchell's wide to the left. Cook is wide to the right. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge, middle screen, and it's caught and it goes nowhere. Good play there for Highlands. That was Jordan Gillian, junior out of Tupelo, Mississippi. The safety came up and made the stop. No gain. 3rd down and 10.
You know, when they run that play in practice, that area is supposed to be vacated. It was not vacated right there.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 8. Check that, 3rd and 10.
So 3rd and 10 now for the Thunderwolves. Ball right in the middle of the field this time. Fine in the game. He'll go to the left along with Fagans and Pennick. Nigel Mitchell wide to the right. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge. Stepping up, firing it toward the sideline. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Nigel Mitchell, but the pass too tall. Pressure was coming that time on Devin Williams.
Yeah, Devin felt that from the backside that time when he stepped up and had to get rid of it just a hair quicker than he wanted to.
The Thunderwolves have had a couple of abysmal offensive possessions in good territory. Remember, they had it at the 31. They went 3 plays, lost 4 yards. Highlands 31. Here they have it at their own 40. 3 plays, 0 yards. Have to punt the ball away. And the possession in between that left a lot to be desired as well. And now we got movement along the line. That's going to be, I think it should be a neutral zone violation here. Highlands came across. That caused the Thunderwolves to move, but I think the Thunderwolves might end up getting the procedure penalty here just by the way it looked. I thought Highlands came across early here. Yep. So now the 5-yard mark off makes it 4th down and 5.
Did you fake it here?
Now the Thunderwolves could try to maybe draw them off. I don't think you go with a fake, but you know, if they run into the kicker or if they jump offside, here you get the first down. Rugby style kick. It's away, and he kind of shanked it to the right, and it goes straight out of bounds. This is going to be a terrible punt. It's going to be maybe, might get 15 yards is all on this one.
John Riston's not happy with that kick.
And well, the field judge, no, it's back. No, it's back at about the 40, dude. There, now he comes to his senses. All right, back at the 40. Still only a 15-yard punt for the Thunderwolves. That's just a bad play. Trying to play field position here. Got a chance to pin him deep again, and you get only a 15-yard punt. So there have been a series of plays in this first half that have been nightmarish for the Thunderwolves.
And if you're going to do that, go for it.
So Highlands takes over at their own 40-yard line, already leading in the game 14-3. Atkins from the gun. Takes a snap, low snap. He handled that somehow. That was a great grab there. That was like a shortstop catching one on a short hop there as it came in low right at his ankles, and he somehow got his hands on it. Gain of a yard. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Cowboys. We're down to 5:30 to go here in this first half.
You know, I look at body language right now, and Csu-Pueblo's body language is not good.
Straight drop back by Atkins. Here comes pressure off the edge. It goes up the left sideline. And a pass incomplete. Tried to drop it in the bucket that time to C.J. Sims. He had the man beat. The pass just a little too far. Looked like Sims was kind of slipping into the turf here. Kind of lost his footing running up the sideline. So 3rd down and 9 now for the Cowboys. And the Thunderwolves get them off the field here. Straight drop back. Steps up. Here comes pressure. Gets the pass away. Incomplete.
They finally got to the quarterback. First time today, they actually got him on the ground.
And the pass sailed incomplete. So 4th down now for the Cowboys. It'll be Cook back deep to receive the punt here. Cook on the year. He's returned 3 punts. He's averaging 20 yards a return. Good snap. Ball's away. Kick is away. It's a short, wobbly kick. Takes the Cowboy bounce, though, and then it just rolls inside the 20, inside the 15, and they're down it right there, just inside the 15-yard line.
You know, it's a good thing he didn't try and catch that. That ball wasn't a spiral or took a great bounce. It was squirrely. That could have done any number of things.
And as they flip it over, they're going to move the ball up and spot it at the 15. So that's where the Thunderwolves will take over. So they lose the battle of field position there. Remember, they punted it away from their own 45. They get it back at their own 15. So that's how damaging was that short punt. Roots adjusts into the backfield, and they're going to give it to him, and there's nothing there. He's trying to bounce it outside. Stiff arm, breaks a tackle, and makes something out of nothing up the sideline, stays on his feet across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. What a run by Roots.
And a flag. We'll see what this flag is. Of course, it came from the field judge, who's made every call. I think this is going to be on Csu-Pueblo. Or it could be a sideline warning.
He's got his pad and pencil out again.
After the play, that unsportsmanlike conduct, number 99 of the defense.
Ooh.
15-yard penalty, first down.
So an unsportsmanlike penalty here against the New Mexico Highlands.
That's number 99, first
And you know what? Number 99, I don't have him on my roster. The Highlands website, and they don't have a sports information guy anymore. In fact, their old sports information guy is now at Csu-Pueblo as the assistant.
Well, and they have a lot of double numbers.
And they don't have a number 99 on their roster. So I don't know who the guilty party is there. So it's out to midfield. Thunderwolves, 1st and 10. See if they can take advantage of it here. And again, to give it to Roots. He tries to bounce it back inside, tries to break a tackle, and don't get him stay on his feet. He gains about 3 yards that time when it looked like he was getting nothing. He is an incredible running back. It's something to watch.
He's hard to bring down, that's for sure.
So he gains 3 when it looked like he was going to lose a yard. 2nd down and 7.
Fans are ready to call the game too, Jim.
2nd down and 7 from the 47-yard line. Fagans is wide to the left this time. Cook in the slot to the left. Nigel Mitchell wide to the right. And straight drop back. They look up the sideline. They're going for it all for Nigel Mitchell. He's in the clear. He's got it. Touchdown, Thunderwolves. 47-yard strike to Nigel Mitchell.
Welcome to Las Vegas, Nigel Mitchell.
Thunderwolves roll the dice and come up big. Just a straight go route up the sideline, and Devin Williams right on the money with that one, and Nigel ran right underneath and take it on in the end zone.
He had time. He was able to check down and then just wait for Nigel to break free.
Faithful in to try the extra point. Dwinell is the holder. Max Shaw is the long snapper for the Thunderwolves this year. Good snap, ball's down, kick is up, and he is good. 3:54 to go here in the second quarter. Thunderwolves have cut into it. They trail it now 14-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Kickoff sails out the back of the end zone. So it'll be out to the 25-yard line for the Cowboys. That touchdown pass covered 47 yards. What a strike by Williams to Nigel Mitchell.
I'm going to say that that touchdown was set up by Michael Roots. Highlands has to respect that run game now. Has to. Look at John Riston. Still, he and this field judge are going to be best friends by the end of this day, or not.
He's probably asking him, do you have to throw every flag? Is that what your role is with this crew?
Maybe he's the crew chief.
I said, always beware of the guy with the pad and pencil. Here's Ramon Ack. Low snap. Gets the pass away. It's caught up the sideline. Thunderwolves doing a good job with their edge rushers, Joe, leaping. And Atkins able to pull that one down, and then on the second pump fake, get it out to the sideline. They're going to pick up 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, that blitz from Trevor Filio just came too late. He doesn't have enough time. That ball's gone.
2nd and 4.
Trips to the left, double wide out right. And quick screen left side, and it is caught. Oh, a great play, but they missed the tackle. And getting forward for the first down. Boy, Thunderwolves had it smelled out. Anthony Barron had him for a loss, but then he slipped out of the tackle, gets forward for the first down.
I mean, he knows that he's the guy that leads the pack attack cheer and kind of the heart and soul, but got to wrap up, AB.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line for the Cowboys. They lead it 14-10. The big wide receiver, Lou Dorsey, in the slot to the left. Quarterback draw. And getting forward, Atkins is tough to bring down. He gets 5 on the play. He is a tough hombre, Ramon Atkins.
Well, he's big. I mean, he's the biggest guy on their offense almost.
6'4", 223-pound senior. He's out of Gary, Indiana. Takes the snap. Steps up in the pocket, passes away, caught, 1st down across midfield. And getting forward is Cameron High. He's got the 1st down to the Thunderwolves' 47-yard line.
This backside blitz from Filio is just not effective because he's not getting there in time.
1st and 10 Cowboys at the 47-yard line of the pack. We're down to 2:45 to go here in the second quarter. Quad set up to the left. All 4 wide receivers this way. They got 1 wide receiver wide to the right. Ball's on the right hash mark. Atkins looks it over. Takes the snap, looks left, passes away, and going right down to the turf. That doesn't do any good, Lou Dorsey, if you catch the ball and go down to the turf. Pass maybe a little bit low. Look at the spot. They give him an extra yard. He's up to the 49. He went down at the 50.
I'm not sure that he needed to go that far down to get that ball. I mean, it was low, but it wasn't that low.
So it ends up being a loss of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 12. Now Highlands electing to take a little time here.
Look for Csu-Pueblo to call a quick timeout if they get a stop here, though.
2nd and 12. Quad to the right this time. Single wide out left. Take the snap. Atkins looks up the sideline, comes over the middle, intercepted! Back the other way across the midfield stripe, cutting back inside. It's Howell. Gets one break of a tackle, goes down at the 42-yard line. Patrick Howell making the interception for the Thunderwolves.
Snatched it out of midair.
Yeah, showed some receiver skills there, didn't he?
That's when you're like, go down, no.
Yeah, he was trying to turn it into running back mode. Needed one more block there, trying to get it over to the left sideline. So the Thunderwolves take over at the 43-yard line. So the Thunderwolves now with 1:39 to go here in this first half. 2 wideouts left, single wideout right. Roots is the back on the left hip here of Devin Williams. High snap, but they get it down to Roots. And he breaks one tackle. and gets a yard down to the 42-yard line. Ball's ripped free. The Highlands, the Cowboys have it. Big lumbering lineman across the 35 down to about the 26-yard line.
And Michael Roots is hurt.
Flag is down as well back here at the 45-yard line. Looked to me like forward progress was stopped. Evidently not. Highlands is going to get the football. I think we're getting an illegal block on the return here is my guess. Let's see what happens.
I was watching John Riston get ready to call timeout, and the ball was gone.
Here's the call.
After the interception, the personal foul, line side block, number 29. Highlands keeps the ball, first down.
So you heard him say interception. It wasn't an interception, it's a fumble. They ripped the ball away from Michael Roots. The lineman just lumbering up the center of the field, but it's a blindside block here on the Cowboys. So, again, the game takes a sharp turn. Highlands will get the ball back. They're going to mark it all the way back now. It looks like at their 35-yard line is where they'll start this drive with 1:25 to go in the half.
Michael Roots keeps looking down at his right hand.
After the penalty, the ball spotted between 35.
There's some blood on there, that's why.
Well, I thought forward progress was stopped. They had him stacked up in the middle of the field, and the whistle never blew. But with Roots, he breaks so many tackles, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, and they just ripped the ball away from him. So the ball's at the 35-yard line for the Cowboys. They're going to try a running play up the middle, and it's going to gain about 5.
I think they're going to be content with the 14-10 lead.
Ball handed off to Mosby. They come hurry up, 1:10 to go. And then they move along the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a false start here on the Cowboys. So now this has to be a, there we get the call first.
64 the offense. 5-yard penalty, remaining second down.
Now this should be a 10-second runoff, or they could call a timeout here, I believe. Evidently not. And you know we have some of these hybrid rules. Maybe that's not the rule in college. I'm not sure, Joe. I'm going to tell you the truth about it.
Well, I think John Riston was trying to get the explanation too.
Ball's at the 35. Here's the quarterback draw up the middle, and it goes nowhere.
Now you call timeout.
Plus the other thing in dispute there, why wasn't the clock started once the ball was ready for play? So a lot of things to look over there. Time is stopped here. We got a quick timeout. 57 seconds to go here in the first half. Highlands leads at 14-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, it's been kind of a squirrely first half. Let's just put it that way. A lot of weird plays. A lot of big plays.
And this one right here, this third down, 3rd and 10, CSU Pueblo gets a big stop here. They still can do something with this. Got some body language going on for the Thunderwolves.
1:02 to go here in the half.
You just got to keep Ramon Atkins in your sights right now.
4 wide receivers to the right, single wide out left. Press coverage all across the wall here. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure. They flush him from the pocket. Sets. Fires down the middle of the field. And it's going to be interference maybe? Flag is down, yes. Interference on the Thunderwolves.
Everybody went for the ball, though.
Now the hat is off of the, I thought maybe it might have been an illegal first touch, but he does signal interference against the Thunderwolves.
They call it on Marcus Lawrence, but that's not a spot foul, guys. It's only going to be at the midfield.
So the 15-yard mark off to midfield. Now, see, the man that threw the flag also threw his cap off, so somebody stepped out of bounds over on the sideline, but evidently he wasn't the first one to touch it. And even so, they called interference anyway, so I guess that wipes that part of that equation out. So 1st and 10 now for the Cowboys at midfield. 54 seconds to go in the half. And they're going to run the ball up the middle. Now it's trying to sprint to the outside. Big yardage across the 40, cutting back inside down to about the 35-yard line. Big run by Cameron High.
Hard to tackle. It's hard to tackle something you can't catch.
Flag on the play.
So it's 1st and 10 Cowboys at the 35-yard line.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 12 players on the field. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is first down.
So Thunderwolves had an illegal substitution there.
They had 12 on the field and still couldn't make the stop.
Ball marked at the 35. There's another Cowboy first down.
So now the Thunderwolves, you could play devil's advocate. They took that timeout. It's coming back to haunt them because they got the interference call on the 3rd down.
But I'd
have done the same thing.
But
I'm just saying that's the way it.
I think that interference call was BS, though, because they were going for the ball. They didn't go through a receiver.
Here's a run up the middle by the quarterback. Breaks a tackle. He's into the clear. He's across the 25 down to the 20-yard line. Great run there by Ramon Atkins. He just squeezed through the hole, kind of stumbled his way into the secondary. Now timeout taken by the Cowboys. 33 seconds to go. 14-10 Highlands on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
I think I said 33 seconds now. Studying the clock, it might be 38. It's either 33 or 38. I'm telling you, it's impossible to read. The scoreboard is the old-fashioned one. Just think of the old scoreboard clock at Dutch Clark Stadium back in the old days.
With the little bulbs.
Yes. So the ball is down to the 19-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 here for the Cowboys.
Again, Ramon Atkins at quarterback is making all these plays himself, calling his own number, buying time, making big-time throws.
He's got the quad set up to the right. Single wide out left. That's Sims to the left. Press coverage all the way across the formation. Atkins takes it. He'll run it. Puts his head down. He's down to the 15-yard line. Joe, I think when he comes up the line of scrimmage, he just does a numbers game. He sees everybody across, and he just tries to spring through there. Down to 23 seconds to go. Ball's at the 16-yard line. They look right, pass right, and it's almost intercepted. And now a flag comes down. What is this going to be all about? The ball sailed high and wide out of bounds, and then the head linesman threw a flag down here at the 15-yard line across the field. The Highlands players had their arms outstretched, so what did we do? This is taking over officious up to a new level. Now they're talking. It's almost like they're over there trying to talk him out of it, I think.
Yeah.
That's something. And I go, well, what were you calling, dude?
I didn't see what I thought I saw.
I think his mates came over and said, come on.
Dude, what did you see? Well, I don't remember.
3rd down and 7. Ball at the 16-yard line. We have 17 seconds to go here in the first half. Trip to the right, single wide out left. Thunderwolves fans trying to make a racket here. Man goes in motion to the right. They look right. They fire it right. Trying to get to the edge. Turning the corner, putting his head down. He's going to be close to the first down.
He got the first down.
They're going to mark him at the 7. Down to 11 seconds to go. The ball caught by Cameron High, who lined up in the backfield. He went in motion to the right, caught the pass, and he is quick. They're going to mark him at the 6, actually. So 1st and goal here. 11 seconds to go. Now the officials stop play again.
Well, and Jim, their kicking game is not automatic. So
Fans getting upset here below us that the officials seemingly not knowing what is going on here. Might be a time issue. The clock, now they reset the clock. Well, that was at 11 seconds. That's where it should be. Play went out of bounds. It'll start when the ball is snapped.
Keeping him out of the end zone here would be critical. It would be one of those plays that John Richardson would talk about for the rest of the week.
And they're going to give the ball up the middle and getting close to the goal line, down at the 1. And now Highlands will take a timeout with 4 seconds to go. They gave it to Cameron High. He got stopped just short of the goal line. They tried to spring him through there. We're going to keep it right here this time.
Well, you get one play. Do you want to go for the touchdown or you want to kick it?
Oh, yeah, you're going to go for the touchdown if you're Highlands. You're 1-4.
Right.
In conference play, you're 1-5 overall, I believe. I can't remember if they've got the extra game.
They did. They're 1-5.
Okay. Not every team playing a 11-game schedule this year in the RMAC. Mesa, surprisingly enough, only playing 10 games. That kind of caught me off guard this year. But if you can't find an opponent, you just have to take the 10.
All I know is that when it starts to come to playoff spots, they don't take kindly to those 10-game teams.
So now, when you got a big physical quarterback in Ramon Atkins, don't you just run him up in there? The problem is, though, he takes everything from the gun. I think the Thunderbolts have to sell out in the middle here and force them to try to run it wide, and then hope your speed can get him down.
You got to stay in your lanes.
One play from the 1. Atkins takes the snap. He'll run it right up the middle. Powers his way in.
No, he
stopped
didn't get it.
short. They stopped him short.
That's the half, is it?
And it is the end of the half. They do not have time to call a timeout. The officials now talking it over. Thunderbolts are trying to get to the locker room here. Officials still haven't made it. Are they going to say he's stopped with 1 second to go? There's no way.
That's half. It's got to be.
They're still talking it over.
Timeout, Highlands. They call the timeout with 1 second.
There's no way there could have been 1 second left.
Unbelievable.
There's no way that couldn't have taken 1 second left.
They're saying that play took only 3 seconds to run, the quarterback keeper. That defies physics. And that is just unbelievable. Sooner or later, you got to have some integrity in life when you're wearing stripes.
I just don't know how that. John Riston's he's getting his money's worth.
So now they're going to get another play here from the ball is right against the goal line. How he didn't get in, I have no idea, but evidently his knee went down. John Riston still getting the explanation here.
And he's not liking it.
So now Highlands basically gets an extra play here from the 1 foot line. Now, do you take Atkins and do you have any kind of play where you can run him up under center and just do a quarterback sneak? I mean, this is a big physical quarterback.
Well, they're selling out up the middle. He can run to the edge real easy.
And now the Thunderwolves will take a timeout. We don't want to miss anything. We're going to keep it right here. These are the kind of things you just got to overcome somehow. Easier said than done. I've never in my life seen a play from scrimmage other than a pass play maybe. Like when you throw a quick out and you miss it, you can get that in maybe 5 seconds. Like 5 seconds seems like the magic number. That was 4 on a running play.
And there's no way the coach could have gone all the way down there and made the call because it's 20 yards away, 22 yards away.
So now the Thunderwolves gathered over at the sideline. Highlands, they're gathered across the way on the sideline.
Well, you know who's going to take it. It's going to be Ramon Atkins. Now, can you get to him before he takes it or not?
They are going to have High in the backfield this time. You can run him to the edge, just hand it off and let him try to get around the corner. Low snap. It's handled, but the Thunder will stop. No, it's kept by the quarterback. He kept it. I thought he handed it off, Joe, but instead Atkins takes it onto the end zone. How did he grab that snap? It was a roller.
The ball was on the ground. He called it, picked it up, and faked the handoff and kept his own number.
And he runs it on into the end zone, so it's a touchdown for the Cowboys. That is a gift touchdown to the Cowboys. So the Thunderbolts going to have to overcome that in the second half after the squirrely timeout call. Spencer Richards' extra point is up, and it is good. Time is out. That is the end of the first half. Highlands takes a 21-10 lead to the locker room on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Sanchez Family Stadium. I guess there's going to be guys out, Joe, watching the stretch internet replay or the game film replay with the stopwatches at hand, see if it's physically possible to run a running play from the shotgun formation for 3.5 yards off right tackle, get stopped at the goal line, and actually do that in 3 seconds.
Yeah, I was watching their sideline, and I didn't see anybody run down to call a timeout. I know coaches will tell officials, hey, if we get stopped, I want a quick one. You know, and so I know they have that relationship there, but I didn't see anything like that.
Now, the shortest plays I can ever remember seeing would be 3 seconds. That would be on a kick. Usually, sometimes on a field goal attempt, if it's inside the 10-yard line or, a 20-yard kick, snap, ball down, 3 seconds. That's usually what they try to run the clock down to anyway in the end. Now, 4 seconds to run a running play, usually 5 seconds is the maximum you'll see any team try to run a pass play, like a quick out, and then leave a second on the clock, so you can get that one off in 4 seconds. I just don't believe I've ever seen a play take less than 5 seconds on either a run play or a pass play, and that's essentially what the officials ruled there.
I don't remember them ever being put another second back on the clock.
Yeah, and then
we're good.
Do that. So the whole half just kind of squirrely, kind of screwy for the Thunderwolves here down on the road. They're kind of their own worst enemies in many ways. They botched some field position, the third down strikes down the middle of the field. There's a lot of plays you can go back to look at, which we will do as we go along and in the post-game show. But just a weird way for a half to end. And as we always say, you got to know your geography. It was almost like the Russians in the Olympics in '72. They're, wait a minute. We got to put more time on the clock. Let's try this again.
John Riston's going to talk about self-inflicted wounds and ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
Well, that's the first half. They had gifts of possession and gifts of turnovers and couldn't withstand that prosperity. And again, terrible on third down, both offensively and defensively. The defense was on the field way too long.
Yeah, I think where this game turned really back into Highlands' favor when the Thunderbolts had 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line of Highlands.
And lost 4 yards.
And they lost 4 yards, missed a field goal attempt. Then they got it back at the 40, went 3 and out. Then they got the interception headed in Highlands territory. Turned it over themselves on a fumble. So, there's 3 possessions right there. You should get points if you're a good, efficient offense and a team you think you are and want to be.
Yeah, they're getting beat up front. Hopefully they take care of that at halftime. And we talk about targeting all the time, and maybe there's a couple of tweaks on the offensive line that they can do to get it targeted right, because there's been really nowhere for these running backs to go. Devin Williams, what time he has had, he's had to buy his own time. So I'd like to see better line play. I'd like to see a little more high percentage passes. Those just comebackers, 5 or 6 yards, move the chains, get some confidence, get the offense kind of on we heard one of the fans say, find some rhythm out there. There's been zero rhythm at all.
All right, it's halftime. Thunderbolts trail at 21-10. Back with more of our halftime show right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. 21-10, Highlands on top here at halftime. Elsewhere in the conference today, Western State. First quarter score, they lead Black Hill State 10-0. Chadron State has jumped up to a 15-0 lead over Adams State. That game's just gone to halftime. That game taking place in Alamosa today. in Fort Lewis. Mace leads Fort Lewis 34-3. They just started the third quarter there. Halftime in Golden, the Battle of the Mines, Colorado leads South Dakota 31-10. Around the country, we have some finals that are in. Last night, Oregon defeated Cal 24-17. San Diego State last night defeated San Jose State in double overtime, 19-13. Some finals from this morning. Number 3 Cincinnati has defeated Central Florida 56-21. Oklahoma State comes back and defeats Texas 32-24. That was a battle of number 12 Oklahoma State, number 25 Texas. Auburn has defeated number 17 Arkansas 38-23. Number 21 Texas A&M defeated Missouri 35-14. Some games in progress right now. It has gone final. LSU just now has gone final. They defeat Florida 49-42.
Looks like Ed can keep his job.
Michigan State leads Indiana 20-15, a minute 2 to go in the fourth quarter, and it looks like Michigan State's just gone into victory formation. So we can go ahead and call that one from what I can tell there. It should be a 20-15 final. Michigan State going to defeat Indiana. And that's all for the games on the early window. A bunch of other games will be getting underway shortly. Here it is halftime. Highlands leads the Thunderbolts 21-10. Back with our first half numbers right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Sanchez Stadium here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. The home team here, New Mexico Highlands, leads the Thunderbolts 21-10 at halftime. First half numbers, 16 first downs for Highlands, 9 for the Thunderwolves. Highlands had 133 on the ground, 130 through the air, 263 yards total offense on 54 plays from scrimmage. That's a huge number of plays to be running in the first half. Thunderwolves with 100 and, what do they have rushing there, Joe? Go back up there a little bit. 42 yards on the ground, 118 through the air, 160 yards total offense on 30 plays. Joe mentioned the third down conversions earlier. That's just terrible. 1 of 7 for the Thunderwolves. Highlands, on the other hand, 8 of 13. Thunderwolves did convert on a fourth down. They're 1 for 1 there. Joe, you got some of the individual numbers there? Go ahead.
Yeah. Devin Williams was 10 of 18 for 118 yards and the 1 touchdown, that 47-yard touchdown to Nigel Mitchell. That's his only catch for the first half. Max Fine has 2 catches. Preston Guerra has 2 catches. Michael Roots has 1. Rushing, Michael Roots 6 carries, 35 yards, 5.8 yard average, which sounds good on the surface, but he also has 1 fumble, and that's a big fumble right there.
Halftime score here. It is 21-10 in favor of Highlands. To kind of recap the first half, Highlands scored on their first drive of the game. They took advantage of a roughing the punter penalty against the Thunderwolves, gave them extra life. They ended up hitting a big strike down the middle of the field, a 47-yard touchdown pass. Thunderwolves came back and got a field goal to make it 7-3. But then Highlands able to get another score, taking advantage of a short field to go up 14-3. Thunderwolves then cut it to 14-10 on the Nigel Mitchell 47-yard touchdown grab from Devin Williams. But late there in the first half, after they put another second back up on the clock, 1 second to go, basically no time on the clock, is when Ramon Atkins fielded the grounder snap. The snap came right along the ground. He picked it up, stuck it into the belly of Cameron High. I thought High had the ball, and he got stopped. Good thing he didn't give it to him. There's the read option, and he pulled it out and run around the left side untouched to take it on into the end zone. The extra point was good, making it 21-10. Thunderwolves will get the ball first here to start the second half. Imperative they do something with it.
Yeah, they get the ball, and we'll see which way Highlands wants to go. That the win that we talked about that was non-existent in the first half is freshened quite a bit now here in the second half. So that might factor into the decision of which way these teams are going to play. Csu-Pueblo just needs to figure out, quit being its own worst enemy. On both sides of the ball, they got to quit being their own worst enemy.
All right, we'll come back. We'll have the second half for you. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves down 21-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Sanchez Family Stadium. It's named after Lavio and Patricia Sanchez, obviously big-time donors here, or famous people in the Las Vegas and the Mexico Highlands community. See if the Thunderwolves can mount a comeback here in the second half. They had to come from 10 down last week, but that was after one quarter of play. Here this week, they're going to have to come from 11 down in one half of play. I think they're perfectly capable of doing it the way the teams match up. Defensively, they've been pretty sound, Joe, except giving up those gash plays. That's what they can't afford to do. Plus, the interference call killed them.
Well, and you talked about it. Highlands ran 54 plays on offense. That's almost an entire game in some cases. That's how many opportunities they had, that the third down conversions and things like that. It's just what I've told you a little bit off mic is this is a more polished or a more disciplined Highlands team than the normal mistakes that they make as a program or have made in the past. They're not making today. They're not jumping off sides. They're not holding. They're not doing the unsportsmanlike. Even in that regard, I think are hustle plays, those illegal blocks or whatever. But this team is playing a very disciplined game and winning.
Yeah, maybe with the exception of the first penalty of the game on the kickoff. That was kind of, here we go. It's the same Highlands ball club, isn't it? But they were able to overcome that. And we'll just see how the Thunderwolves come out on this first drive of the second half. I mean, the things that stand out and are glaring to me are not able to take advantage of field position in that first half. Once at the 31 of Highlands. Once on the plus side after the interception, the other time at their own 40, and they went nowhere. You've got to take advantage of field position to impose your will on the other ball club.
Some points, any points.
And when they don't give up the big gashing plays, they've been able to stop them. They've stopped them on a few occasions in that first half. But when you give up the touchdown play to start the game was a third down play.
And Atkins, when he has time, he's picked them apart. The pass rush, you can't take a play off.
And we'll see how this second half develops. Thunderwolves will move it left to right as we look at it here in the second half. Highlands will be kicking it off. Nigel Mitchell, who has scored the touchdown today for the Thunderwolves, will be one of the return men, along with it should be Andrew Cook back there. Yes, Andrew Cook standing at the goal line as well for the Thunderwolves. They've employed two different kickers this year, has Highlands. They're going with
Richards on the kick for Highlands in the second half.
Going to be Spencer Richards. Will McDaniel has also kicked this year. He was 15 of 17 on extra points. Richards is 7 of 7. So maybe Richards has won the job, or perhaps Will McDaniel hurt. We do not know the story there. Ball is teed up. Official is given the signal, and it blows off the tee. So we'll have to try it again here. The wind has picked up a hair. It's going to be with the Thunderwolves here in this third quarter. So Highlands has made the decision they want the wind in the fourth quarter is what they're thinking here. They think they can hold on here in this third and then have the wind in the second half. They're going to have somebody hold the ball as it's falling off the tee again.
You get two of them.
Now they're trying to figure out who they want to hold it, and they decide on Mosby. Kamari Mosby has to come in.
You know why? Because he can catch up.
That's right.
He's fast enough that he can hold this and still beat everybody down there.
So now we're ready to try it again.
He's using the wrong finger, though, Jim.
That's true.
He's coming
You're
across
supposed to use
his
your
body.
pointer finger.
Well, but he's coming across the body. Don't you want your hand that's closest to the...
I think that ball went out. No, it went out of bounds, but on the other side of the pylon, so it's going to come out to the 25-yard line. That was the ultimate directional kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one either.
No one can argue because no one else has the proper angle, that's for sure. We could ask Paul Plinsky, who's down there.
Paul, he didn't feel like coming up at halftime.
No, I saw him at halftime. He took a long stroll
he's just
down the other way. He's probably a little nervous right now.
You know, he's an athletic director, and he's done a lot of great things at Csu-Pueblo, but he's kind of a football guy. He gets
You know, he's down there showing Justin Dwinell. He goes, that ball came out inside. It should have been out at the 35. That's exactly what he was telling him there. So now a delay here, getting things going, and now we're ready to go. Ball's at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. First play of the third quarter. Down 21-10. Straight drop back by Devin. Fires it over the middle. Ball's caught. That's Cook. He's got 5 out to the 30. Just sat down there in a little soft spot of the zone. Pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
You know, you do that sometimes to loosen up the run game a little bit and to loosen up the passing game. These quick hitters, they're like long handoffs. And that's kind of what they did last week against Shattering to get yourself into some rhythm.
Roots is in the game. He's on the left hip this time of Devin Williams here on 2nd and 5. Straight drop back. Pass over the middle. Caught. Guerra, first down. So they hit a Guerra, the tight end, over the middle for the first down out to the 36-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. I don't think it's a must-drive score here, but, man, it would sure go a long way toward making a comeback here if you could just take this one right down the field.
Well, it gives you some confidence.
Double wide out right, single wide out left. Straight drop back by Williams. Here comes that late blitz. Pass right side caught by Garrett, and he's submarined and taken down, and then he is taunted.
Williams pass complete to number 9.
Down at the 36-yard line.
So no game.
You know, in the NFL this year, that would have been an instant flag. That's a point of emphasis here. They're not allowing that, but in the college game, they're letting you.
But you can. That's which is ironic. It should be the other way around.
No game on the play.
Yeah, when you're getting paid to play, you should be able to take a little taunting, I would think. Fine in the game. He splits wide to the left. Nick Williams wide to the right. Feggins is in the slot to the right. And they're going to give it to Roots up the middle. Bangs his way forward. He gets out to about the 40, so he'll pick up 4. And it'll make it 3rd down now and 6. Roots just tried to jam it in there, hoping the hole would burst open there and he could sprint into the secondary, but it was shut down. But this Highlands Ball Club, big number 90, he is a tough one to move out of there. That's Trajan Lawrence. They list him at 282. He looks like he's about 312.
382.
Yeah.
It's a typo.
3rd and 6 for the Thunderwolves. They adjust Roots now to the left hip of Devin Williams. They've been running this little delayed blitz here. It's been causing the Thunderwolves some problems. Feggins in motion to the left side. Bull rush off the right side, and they got him, but he gets the pass away, incomplete. That was just a straight bull rush by the left defensive end, and he just plowed right over the Thunderwolves blocker, Thane Jackson, that time. Just shoved him right back into Devin Williams. He had to get rid of it.
Again, protection breaks down way too quickly. Devin Williams has no time to do anything. That's why those quick hitters work, because you don't need time.
So 4th down and 6. Well, takes the snap. Punt is away. High booming kick. And it's taken at the 11. And not able to break free. Gains about 2 yards on the return. Almost like he tried to lull Cook to sleep there, like he called a fair catch. He caught it and then took off.
Yeah.
But Cook stayed with him. 1 yard on the return officially to the 12-yard line. So Highlands will take over at their own 12. So Thunderwolves at least get some field position off the first exchange. Now can the defense get them a 3 and out here?
I don't think that's the trade-off that they were looking for, field position. But in those quick hitters, that's what they needed to do. And then they went away from that right away.
So Ramon Atkins, who had a great first half. both running it and throwing it. Takes the snap, pass right side, caught. First down and more. Across the 20 to about the 25. Breaking a tackle out to around the 28-yard line. Quavon Beckford run after the catch. He's out to the 28-yard line.
Those screens, those little wide receiver screens have worked wonders all game long.
And Thunderwolves have an injured player here. The easy guess all the time is to say Tanner Draper. I'm not sure. I'm looking around for Tanner out there. He's always in the middle of it.
That's him.
It is him. So whenever you see a collision and you see a player down, you tend to think it's Tanner. And he is down favoring that right shoulder. It's almost like he's trying to put it back in himself. He's got himself a stinger, that's for sure. He's up on his feet, and he'll come off the field now. Excuse me, wrong dial there. I spun the wrong dial, Joe, and it coughed right in. Hey, listeners at home, that's Jim coughing.
I think you turned it up.
Well, I hit the return button instead of the mic button. So, oh well. Way it goes. And it is that right shoulder area. It's probably a stinger here, so they'll go over there and massage it for Tanner. His family now edging down toward the wall there. They want to get a word to see how bad it is. And we got a flag on the field here. Pass was incomplete.
Flag on the play.
I'm busy watching the goings-on down here on the sideline with Tanner. And they snapped the ball on me.
I didn't even see a flag. The illegal man
downfield against the Cowboys.
Which I don't know how, because the ball was out of his hands as soon as he got the snap.
Eligible player downfield, 71 of the defense, 5-yard penalty.
They said on the center.
So mark off the 5-yarder. Back to the 23. So it's 1st and 15 now for the Cowboys. And quarterback draw up the middle. And Atkins gets the penalty yardage back.
He can get 5 every time he snaps the ball if he wants to do that. Every single time.
And it's 2nd down and 10. Well, now they slide the ball back to the 26. So 2nd and 11 after the 4-yard gain now officially. Got a little cushion down here to the bottom, or to the left as we look at it. And they throw it right over the middle. And a 1st down and more into the secondary out across midfield. Thunderbolts trying to rip the ball free, but they're not going to get it. As Quavon Beckford just zipped in there by Atkins. And he gets up the middle of the field, and that's where John Riston said where teams are vulnerable against Highlands is up the middle, and, you know, the Thunderbolts have been vulnerable up the middle of the field.
That was a great play call because the linebacker, Trevor Filio, was going on a blitz, and the receiver acted like he was going to block him and just slipped underneath him.
They give the ball to the tailback up the middle. He is plastered. And coming up on the stop, will it be the same way this week? Max Gonzalez is the one that ignited the Thunderbolts last week, and he comes up with a blistering hit on Cameron High. No gain. 2nd down and 10.
No gain. 2nd and 10.
I see Max do that. It's almost like, hey, is anybody with me? Anybody want to join me? 2nd down and 10. Pass right flat. That ball was deflected, but somehow got there and
he was
caught.
on his knee.
And he's going to get about 5 on the play, down to the 40-yard line.
You know you're strong when you can get the ball deflected, and it still gets.
Thunderbolts have another injury on the field, and this time it looks like Sam Warren, who's down. It's going to be 3rd down now and 5.
Looks like a cramp.
He is just sitting up now on the field. As they run the training staff out there, tell you, stay down a little bit. Let's take inventory and see exactly what it is. He's flexing his right leg. Now they've got him up. Well, now he's favoring his left leg.
That's that cramp. You can't put any weight on it. You could feel it curling up.
So now he'll be escorted off the field. He's starting to put a little bit more weight on it as the cramp's starting to come undone. Tanner Draper is no longer seated along the sideline.
Oh, he's in the game.
Is he back in there?
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
He's back in. There he is.
Oh, yeah, he's in the game.
So it's 3rd down now and 5 for the Cowboys. They lead it 21-10. 10:33 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And quick pass, caught, spinning, 1st down and more inside the 30 down to the 25-yard line. Again, Quavon Beckford. What a delivery by Ramon Atkins. You got to love this guy.
Well, Corey McClellan saw the route. He was a step late, and that's all it took.
And then Beckford, great at the spinorama move. 1st and 10 Cowboys, 25-yard line. Takes the snap. Gives it, and again, the Thunder will stop the run, and that's Ike coming in there. Ikena Onwuasoanya making the stop for a loss on the play, back to the 27, a loss of 2.
You know what this reminds me of is like a disciplined 7-on-7 team. They're just kind of, everything's quick and timing's there, and bang, bang, bang.
4 wideouts right, single wideout left. They look it over, try to get that pre-snap read, and now they do some hand signals, see where he wants to go with the football here. Atkins, low snap, but he's able to pick it up with that big mitt. Now is flushed, runs to his right, breaks a tackle, but goes down at the 25-yard line. That looked eerily similar to the touchdown play to end the half, but he's got a big mitt. He just reached out with one hand, Joe, and just snatched it off the ground.
Saved some very positive yardage there.
So now it'll be 3rd down and 11.
Probably 2-down territory for Highlands.
I'm going to say, oh no, it's 3rd down. Quad set up to the left, single wide out right. Takes the snap. Pressure coming off the edge, gets the pass away, diving, post pattern incomplete. He was trying to hit, coming across the middle there, Israel Watson. Watson has caught 2 touchdown passes this year. He laid out there, sold out, but couldn't get up with the pass. So now 4th down. They send the field goal unit out here. So it'll be Spencer Richards. He has hit a 40-yard field goal this year. This will be a chance for his long. It's going to be a 43-yard attempt. He is 1 for 3 on field goals this year. And spotted at the 40 or 33, so add the 10 of the end zone. Ball's down, kick is up.
No.
On the way, and it's short.
No.
So the Thunderwolves stop them, and they'll get the ball out here at the 26-yard line on the change of possession. Had to wait a long time there. It was just quick. Was it going to crawl over the crossbar? No, it didn't make it there.
Well, I said no way before I was sure.
And he was kicking in to the breeze a little bit there. Timeout on the field, 8:43 to go here, 3rd quarter. 21-10 Highlands on Fox Sports Pueblo. 21-10, Highlands on top. Thunderwolves have never lost to Highlands since the reboot of the program. They're 12-0.
I didn't know if that was like saying it was no hitter or not. Couldn't hurt right now though.
Overall, the entire length of the history of the series, 20-5, the Thunderwolves lead it. Mines leads Mines, 37-10. That's Colorado Mines with the lead. They're in the 3rd quarter there. Chadron State has gone ahead now 22-7 over Adams State with an extra touchdown. Live stats of Mesa and Fort Lewis is shut down, but that might be just as well for Fort Lewis. They probably said, heck with it. We don't want to have that up on the board anymore. Thunderwolves go up under center this time. We're going to roll the pocket right, pass up the right sideline again, looking for Nigel Mitchell, and it's incomplete right off his hands. Might have been deflected at the last minute there, perhaps, but man, it looked like it was right there. And
it almost looked like he hit the defender's shoulder pad, but I had a bad angle at it. He had him by a step, though, maybe 2. Part of me says I love the fact that they tried to take a shot, but part of me is like, now you're behind the chains.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Williams this time to the gun. Gives it to Roots up the middle. He's hit, but breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle. He's got the first down or close to it. Let's see. Going to be right at the down to make, and they are going to give it to him. He's at the 36-yard line. So a gain of 10. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves.
Michael Roots, the ball carrier.
Be nice to see him just turn it on now. Just take it over himself and say, screw it, let's go, boys.
Pick up good enough for a Thunderwolves.
Yeah, you just have to have the patience to do that. When you're down in the ball game by 11 at this stage of the game, sometimes it's hard to stay patient with the running game. Straight drop back this time by Williams. Comes over the middle, caught by Guerra. He's got it to the 42-yard line. He'll gain 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
I love that pattern. You keep poking that middle. Just keep poking it.
Williams pass complete to number 9.
The only thing you worry about is the ball deflected by one of those big linemen over the middle, or you're glancing off the hands of your tight end. High snap taken. Pass. Guerra has it. 1st down. This is almost the equivalent of what the Thunderwolves face on defense when teams just hit that little pass out in the flat to the wide receiver.
32 tight end hot.
So sooner or later, you pump fake that and hope somebody's streaking down the other side.
What I like about it is it's freezing the pass rush a little bit.
Yeah, makes them stay at home, doesn't it? Bingham in the game. He lines up in the slot to the right. They run the draw play to Roots. Puts his head down. He has the edge. Across the 40, 35. Cuts back inside. General step inside the 25 down to the 24-yard line. Flag is down, though, all the way back here at the 48-yard line.
Upended by number 6, LeBaron Jones. Holding, 71 offense.
Sean Johnson.
And so that'll wipe out the big run. The flag is down at the 48, 2 yards up the field from the line of scrimmage. So it ends up being a net gain of 2, and then the 10-yard mark off. So it'll be 1st down now and 18 for the Thunderwolves. Well, Thunderwolves again have to overcome some adversity here. 3 wideouts left, single wideout right, and now in motion left side, pump fake left. Here comes pressure, and they've got him. Sack him back at the 33-yard line. The Thunderwolves line breaking down. They needed some extra time that time because they ran play action with the pump fake. And then just unable to hold that rush off. So it's all the way back to the 33-yard line. So now the Thunderwolves facing 2nd and forever. They need the 40-yard line of Highlands for the 1st down. They're at their own 33, so that's 27 yards they need to pick up here in a couple plays. Here comes pressure again. Williams steps up in the pocket. They've got him, and they sack him again. Back at the 28-yard line. The line just unable to give Devin Williams the time he needs to hit some deep strikes down the field.
And Highlands isn't sending a whole bunch of guys.
They're kind of coming with their base 3, and then they bring one extra backer. You just don't know which side they're going to come from. You know, these big linebackers. Well, kind of like a rover. They have a rover listed in their defense.
Well, they're one of the few that kind of almost runs a 4-3.
So now it's 3rd down. You thought it was forever last time. It's 3rd and more now. 3rd and 32. Set up the screen pass right side to Nick Williams, and he's going to get maybe a yard. That's just a give-up play there. Just try to get a little yardage to set up the punt. So 4th down. So again, the Thunderwolves, penalties and lack of execution on 3rd down. Just stymieing this offense.
Brought down by number 9, and then the crack to number 7, Joseph Smith.
So it'll be Dwinell in to punt the ball away.
The body language of the Thunderwolves is not good.
Here's the punt. High booming kick by Dwinell. all the way back inside the 10. He's got a chance here to run this one back. The little cut to the outside across the 20, 25, 30. You can see why he's special. C.J. Sims. He's a great little wide receiver, and there on the punt return, that little dip inside and then getting outside, and then he's woofing at the Thunderwolves sideline.
Yeah, he said he sought the sideline because he was going to get lit up.
Now he's shaking hands with one of the Thunderwolves. Is there a flag down here on the sideline? Officials talking it over. Evidently, we can't see it. It was down here in the scrum.
Illegal block in the back, number 22.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Well, that might be what sprung him on the major part of that. Oh, the flag is all the way down across the field. It's all the way over there on the far sideline.
On the 17-yard line. Probably the farthest you can get from us.
Yeah. So that'll mark it off 10 from there. So that's going to mark it all the way back.
Ball placed on the
7-yard line is where they're going to spot it. So that's where the Cowboys will take over on this possession. Still 21-10. Highlands on top.
Jim, there's just no juice. No juice.
That's when the defense should be licking its chops here, try to get a quick score here, maybe on a turnover of some kind. But Atkins, he has been very efficient. This guy is a smooth operator back there at quarterback, and he's so physical. He's in the gun. He has Mosby as his running back on his right hip. Takes the snap. Here's that quick hitter, and it's caught.
Wow.
Out across the 10 to the 14-yard line. Just a quick little slant pattern to C.J. Sims. He's out to the 14-yard line. Gain of 7, second down and 3. Now he's going to adjust and move over to the opposite side of the field.
Gain of 7, second and 3.
That ball comes out of his hand so fast that Csu-Pueblo's defenders can't adjust.
Atkins now with some hand signals. Takes the snap. Comes Draper on the safety blitz. Missed him, though, and now he can run with it. He'll get the first down and run it out of bounds across the 20 to the 22-yard line. When you whiff on the safety blitz, it opened up this whole side, and Atkins saw it immediately and just ran it up the sideline, got out of bounds for the first down. Tanner got his hands on him, but
he went too wide.
And he's just too hard to corral with one arm. This guy could play safety or linebacker as big as he is. Here is the run pass option. Pass almost intercepted, but somehow caught. And then Draper with the big hit as the ball completed on the play to Donovan. Now a flag comes down. He hit him with the shoulder.
Atkins pass completion number 81. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 84 of the defense.
They're going to call it after the play. So evidently, Draper, after making the big hit, he gets the taunting call, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Well, just like that, you were on your own 7.
And that's all the way out to the 43-yard line. So it's 1st and 10 now for the Cowboys.
There's just this sense of
it's almost impending doom here, almost, isn't it?
Just a sense of dread.
Here is, they pull it out. Little shovel pass caught by the big tight end. Gets out to about the 45-yard. I call him a tight end, folks. They list him at wide receiver, but he is
huge.
He's not your average wide receiver. He looks kind of like the old style H-back. Let's say, maybe Shannon Sharp in the Bronco days. Kind of a hybrid between wide receiver.
I'm guessing bigger.
And wide. Yeah, exactly. Kellen Winslow, maybe more
there
like
you go.
it. The Chargers.
Kind of date us, but yeah.
And they give it up the middle, but breaking tackles, getting to the outside, turning the corner, stiff arm. He's got a first down. Great run there by Mosby. They had him in the backfield for a 2-yard loss, and somehow he squirted out of there.
John Arista told us earlier this week this speed scared him.
And it's 1st and 10 now for the Cowboys. They're at the Thunderwolves' 45-yard line. We're down to 2:42 to go here in a rapidly evaporating third quarter as the Thunderwolves still trail at 21-10. Take the snap, quarterback draw. And gain of about 3, maybe 2 down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 8. And you think back a couple of weeks ago, Highlands on this same field trailed 29-0 to Chadron State in the first quarter before eventually getting rubbed out. I think it was 41-20, something like that. Pump fake. Oh, over the middle. Deflected and caught. That's when things are going your way, as the ball deflected by your own man, and then it drops right into the lap of C.J. Sims. That just as easily, Joe, could have been a deflection, picked off, and a pick six.
Again, when it's your day, it's your day. And so far, it's been Highlands' day.
Ball's down to the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Quad receivers to the right. Single wide out left. All by himself is Adkins. Takes the snap. Here comes pressure. Fidel's got him. Now he just chucks the ball. That's got to be grounding. He's not outside the tackle box. There's nobody over there. It's got to be grounding. And
it didn't get the
they're
line
talking it over. Now they're still talking it over.
And the ball didn't get to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, now the flag comes out, so it is intentional grounding. They just had to discuss it and make sure everything was, all the points, I's dotted, T's crossed, I guess, by the officials.
Well, and that's the first time of a poor decision Atkins has made today.
Intentional grounding, number 10. He's outside the tackle box, but he did not stay involved beyond the line of scrimmage. Follow foul, lost him down.
Okay, they were saying he was outside the tackle box, which I find hard to believe because he more or less dropped straight back. But he didn't get the ball to the line of scrimmage. That was the thing that didn't happen there.
Nice shot put it.
So the ball's all the way back to the 45-yard line. It's a net loss of 13 on the play and a loss of down. 2nd and 23 for the Cowboys. And neutral zone violation on the Thunderwolves. Free play here. Just chucks it up the right sideline. He's got a man open down there, and it's incomplete. Flag comes down. Interference going to be called against the Thunderwolves. Now these two officials are going to talk it over. Barron, I don't know that he ever touched the guy deep. And it is going to be interference against the Thunderwolves.
Flags on the play.
Well, they were going to get penalized regardless on that play. The fans love them.
We have 2 flags on the play. There's offside defense. Number 58, that penalty declined. We also have pass interference. Number 8 is the defense. That penalty will be accepted. 15 minutes.
That's a terrible call. But this is where you got to figure out if you got poise, Jim.
Yeah.
You need to figure it out right now. Do you have enough poise?
So we're down to 1:21 to go now, and that penalty carries. It's not an automatic first down on interference, is it?
No.
So it's going to be 2nd down now. And now they do move the chain. So it is an automatic first down. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff of middle. Thunderbolts smother the running back for a loss of about 2 or 3 on the play. Took them a while to get the chain set down here on the sideline. They had it as 2nd down and 8, and then the line judge came over and said, wait a minute, you got to move that stick, young man. So a loss of 3. It's 2nd down and 13 now for the Cowboys. They lead it 21-10. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure. Gets up, steps up in the pocket. Ball's caught. Flag is down. Going to be an illegal block here on Highlands.
I think they high-load Momar Fall.
So nullify this big gainer down to around the 20-yard line. So this. So the mark off here against the Cowboys, a 10-yard mark off, is going to mark it back to the 43-yard line. And that will make it 2nd down and 23.
You know, this has not been a pretty quarter for either team, but if you're Highlands, you don't care.
Yeah, you can be as ugly as you want as long as we're still ahead.
You have an 11-point cushion.
From the gun. Long count, takes the snap, gives it off the right side, breaking tackles, trying to turn the corner. Oh, submarine, what a stop there by Marcus Lawrence. He came flying in and put Mosby on the turf for no gain.
You know, if you can get a clean shot on him, it might make him think twice. But they haven't been able to get a clean shot on him the whole game.
So now 3rd and 23. We're down to 20 seconds to go here. I don't think they have to run a play here. Looks like they're going to try to draw the Thunderwolves offside and then take it into the 4th quarter is my guess here, as they're down to 2 seconds to go. 1 second, and that will do it. That'll end the quarter. No points on the board here in this 3rd quarter. Highlands will take a 21-10 lead to the 4th quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to the 4th quarter here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. We're at Sanchez Family Stadium. Thunderwolves down 21-10. 3rd down and a long ways here.
The stick says 1st down.
There we go. We got it changed up now.
He thought
he tried to sneak one in there. Yep. They need the 20 for the 1st down, so it's 3rd and 23 here. Thunderwolves fans below us making some noise. Straight drop back by Akan. Here comes pressure. He steps away from it, though. Across the 40, across the 30, to the sideline. He's close to the 1st down. He's got it. Down to the 19-yard line. What a run by Ramon Adkins. He avoided the blitz by Filio. Filio went right by him, whiffed on the play, and then Adkins with a full head of steam up the sideline.
That was the cleanest shot they were going to get on him in the game, and they missed him.
So it's 1st down and 10 for Highlands. Again, they convert on 3rd and forever.
Taking their time now, as they should, with every play.
And they give it up the middle. Oh, nice little move into the secondary. Nice cut to the goal line. Touchdown. What a run by Cameron High. And the Cowboys go up 27-10.
There was a hole the size of Las Vegas.
The other Las Vegas,
The
big
other-
Las Vegas.
The Strip.
Spencer Richards on for the extra point.
Extra point try upcoming here for Spencer Richards. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 14-19 to go in the 4th quarter. Highlands leads at 28-10 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, Joe, the ingredients were there for perhaps a 4th quarter comeback. When you got them in 3rd and 23, you figure you can get off the field. You give up 24 yards on 3rd and 23, and then they gash you for a touchdown on the next run.
And part of me is trying to figure out how much of this is CSU Pueblo not playing well, and how much is this Highlands playing great. And I think it's a pretty fair combination of both. I'm impressed with Highlands. I'm impressed with Atkins for sure.
Well, they've been close in a number of games this year. They had Mines on the ropes. They had Western on the ropes last week in the fourth quarter. Western scores 21 points unanswered in the fourth quarter to come back and win to steal the game away. And here today, it looks like they're theft-proof. They're administering their will on the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves now down by 18. See what kind of offense the Thunderwolves go into now in desperation mode. They're going to need 3 touchdowns to win the ball game. That's a tall order when you've only scored 1 on the day. Here's the kick, and that's going to sail well out the back of the end zone. Of course, Highlands working with the wind here in this fourth quarter. So that's the other thing. The Thunderwolves are down 18, and they're working into the wind.
All their plays charts and everything are being blown all over the place.
So they trot out Devin Williams from the sideline here.
And, I was thinking, do we take a chance with Stevie Kroll and find some spark? I don't think Devin's been the problem.
From the 25-yard line, they give it to Roots up the middle, and he squeezes out for about 6 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Thunderwolves are going to go no huddle now. They got to increase the tempo of this game right now.
Brought down by Devin Coney.
High snap. We've seen a number of those today. They give it to Roots. Stutter step gets forward, and they throw him forward. He's right at the sticks, and he'll make the first down at the 35-yard line. So that'll temporarily stop the clock with 13:51 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's 28-10. Highlands on top.
Nice of the defense there to throw him forward for a yard.
Yeah, it was like just, here, take it.
Good for a Thunderbolts first down.
Trips to the left. Single wide out right. Here comes the late blitz. Flush from the pocket, and he just has to throw it away. Late safety blitz that time came right up the middle by Highlands. They're doing a great job of disguising these blitzes today.
And this Devin he's going backward instead of sideways when he's trying to avoid. So he's taking himself another 5 yards away from where he needs to be. Sometimes you kind of sidestep and still step up, but he's not able to step up. He's just going straight backwards.
2nd down and 10. High snap again. Pass left side. Feggins has it. He makes the first man miss. Carries a tackler across the 40 up to about the 42-yard line. That's a good physical run after the catch there by Feggins.
Russell Alabama, side number 4, Malik Brown.
So it'll be 3rd down and 3 now for the Thunderwolves.
When you're in 2-down territory, 4-down territory, the rest of the game, are you not?
I think it's pretty close to that, yes. Jordan Jones in the game at tailback here on 3rd and 3. Look left, fire left, caught by Nick Williams. First down out to the 47-yard line. Good grab there by Williams. Took a heck of a shot.
My back hurt after that shot.
It's another one of the mystery guests for Highlands. They've had roster issues all year. And as Joe mentioned, they've had COVID issues. You never know who's going to be playing week to week, it seems like.
And double numbers, offense and defense.
Here's Williams, straight drop back. Bull rush on the edge. Gets the pass over the middle. Caught by Nigel Mitchell. He's got a first down to the 34-yard line. Thunderbolts fortunate they didn't get a holding call there as they bull rush off the edge, just sending the tackle right back into the lap of Williams, but he hung in there and got the pass down the middle.
Well, it was a nice play by Nigel Mitchell to make that catch.
Ball's at the 35-yard line. Thunderbolts down 28-10 here in the fourth quarter. Here comes that delayed blitz. Pass up the right sideline. Nick Williams has the ball broken up. A lot of contact, a lot of jersey grabbing there, but I think it was just as much Williams grabbing the defender as the defender grabbing Williams. They just let it go.
I'm not sure Devin Williams was. I'm not sure that was the right route because that was well-disguised double coverage. That safety came over.
Yeah,
real
safety
quick.
was over their umbrella on the end there, wasn't he?
Real quick.
2nd and 10 for the Thunderwolves. 12:35 to go here in the fourth quarter. Pass left side to Pennick. Makes the first man miss. Spins up the sideline. He's got the first down. Then takes a shot late. Flags come down.
Yep.
That'll be a personal foul on the Cowboys. So Pennick did the old spinorama there. Got away from the first man. Got the first down. Then got drilled.
Flag on the play.
We said in the pregame, DJ Pennick moves strictly to wideout now, or in the slot. He's no longer a tailback.
Personal foul, late hit out of bounds, but 15 in the defense. Half the distance to the goal, first down.
So they'll mark it down the 11-yard line on the half the distance call. So 1st and 10 for the Thunderwolves. Ball's resting just inside the 11, so they can still get a first down here. 28-10, Highlands on top. They wind the clock. 12:25 to go here, fourth quarter. Roots in motion to the right side. They look left, fade pattern, back of the end zone to Williams, incomplete.
Yeah,
flag down.
A lot of hand fighting right there.
Now, what amazes me there is one official that's 10 yards away called it. The one that was right next to it ignored it.
Well, it might be,
but it was obvious that it was there.
Devin Williams pass is to Nick Williams. Flag on the play. Number 6, the defense.
So that should be marked at the 2.
The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line.
Yep.
First down.
Because it was in the end zone.
In the end zone. So they'll mark it down to the 2-yard line.
I didn't think that was a very good call, but they definitely owned it.
So 1st and goal for the Thunderwolves. Roots in the backfield on the right hip this time of Williams. Mitchell in motion to the right side. Now reverses again. They run sprint right option to the right. Williams holding.
Flag.
Spins and drilled at about the 3-yard line.
Devin Williams on the keeper.
Illegal motion against the Thunderwolves.
Tackled by Devin Coney. Illegal motion. Number 4, the offense. 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
That just eats clock now, too.
I think Nigel might have taken off up the field just a split second too soon that time.
Then that would be the first time that's called all year against anyone. We've seen it.
Yep. So 1st and goal now back at the 7-yard line for the Thunderwolves. 12:05 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's 28-10. Cowboys on top. Three wideouts to right, including Guerra, who's in the slot. Could see the screen. That's a neutral zone, but they get back on side. Thunderwolves didn't set. Now the flag comes down.
He was all the way across.
I think when you, like you said, Joe, when you come all that way,
yeah.
It's like unimpeded to the quarterback is what they got to call. Even though he
unabated.
Yeah, unabated. He tried to retrace his steps.
It was a do-si-do.
So now they mark it down to the 4-yard line. So 1st and goal now from the 4. Nick Williams and Fine will split wide to the right. Guerra, the extra tight end, on the right side. And they fake the ball in the middle of the line. Here comes pressure. Gets rid of it. That could be grounding right there. No, he gets the pass. It's caught? No, it's incomplete.
No, he threw it in the ground.
And it bounced up into the hands of Roots. Roots tried to sell it.
Well, I think he was just proving that he was in the area because he spiked that ball right in front of him.
That was a good sales job, wasn't it? Looked like the Thunderbolts might be in danger of getting a grounding call, but by Roots picking the ball up there on the bounce, it's an incomplete pass. So second down.
It just feels like to me they're trying to do too much. I mean, you have Michael Roots down there.
Yeah, just ram that ball in there. They are from the gun again. Roots in motion to the right. Here comes pressure. They flush him. Pass away back in the end zone. Nick Williams being held there. No call. That was right in front of Paul Plinsky, who was arguing for the call there. They had a hold of Nick Williams' right arm there. He couldn't get up to make the grab. But it's incomplete. So it's third down and goal now for the Thunderbolts. They've actually moved the ball a little closer now. It's already down to the 3, so they gained about a half yard on the spot. I don't know if that's going to matter any. Fine and Williams to the right. Guerra is in the slot to the left.
I'd like to see Roots just take it to the edge.
Straight drop back by Devin. Here comes pressure off the edge. Throw it in the back of the end zone. Threw it too far. He had Nick Williams wide open there. Just put too much air under it.
Williams pass incomplete, intended for Williams. Brings up.
So now it'll be fourth down. So the Thunderbolts had first and goal at the 2. They still have yet to try a running play here inside the 5-yard line. Too late now. They're going to have to throw a pass play, I believe, here. I'm going to guess Highlands is going to sell out here and come with a max blitz. Try to flush Devin out of the pocket, make him make a quick decision, maybe throw it in the turf. So fourth down and goal.
That's where you look for your tight end, right in that middle.
And now Thunderbolt's going to call timeout as Devin Williams sees I don't have the right formation here for this. So timeout on the field. 11:28 to go here, fourth quarter. 28-10 Highlands on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Fourth down and goal upcoming here for the Thunderbolts from just outside the 3-yard line.
If you don't get this, not only does it kill your chances, it kills any kind of juice or any kind of hope. This would be a hope killer.
Roots is in the backfield. Now the officials come jogging out from the sideline. Now we're set to go. Maybe. Yep, now they whistle it ready for play. Fine in motion to the right side. Now reverses to the right side. They sprint to the right. Pass to Fine. He's got it. Touchdown.
Max Fine sold that 3 times to catch that touchdown pass.
Well, he came in motion across the field, stopped, reversed to the left just with a quick fake, then went back right, and nobody picked him up. And Devin Williams right on the money. Thunderbolts might go for 2 right here.
Well, you know you're going to have to at least one time.
Yeah, I think go for it now. Don't make it a game-deciding play, I guess.
That would be a nice 2-point play as well. You had 2 guys in the pattern, but they were, and the running back drew both coverage.
So now from the 3-yard line is where you go for 2. They just converted from just inside the 4. Williams takes the snap, fakes to the Roots. They throw it right side to Garrett, puts his head down. He's in. 2-point conversion is good. 11:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderbolts have life. They're within 10. It's 28-18 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
28-18. Thunderbolts have pulled within 10 here. Now, they are kicking into the breeze here. Remember last week they tried that sky kick. Wind was blowing, of course, about 30 last week. It's only blowing maybe 10 here. So they are in kind of their mini onside kick prevent here. They do kick it high in the air. Fair catch is signaled for and taken. That's a good move by Highlands there. Taking it at the 17. That means they get it at the 25-yard line. Good smart play there by C.J. Sims.
Again, Highlands looks far more polished than we've seen them in years past, Jim. The mistakes that they normally make them, they're not making.
Well, Thunderwolves imperative now with 11:24 to go. They need to get a 3 and out, basically. Try to get that ball right back in the hands of your offense and get another quick score, whether it either be a touchdown or a field goal. Either one gets you within one score. And one thing to hang your hat on if you're a Thunderwolf fan, Highlands has blown leads this year. They this last week lost a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter against Western State.
Yep.
Now a flag down. We're going to be an illegal substitution here on somebody or a sideline warning. Okay.
Sideline warning. Highlands. Sideline warning.
They're not in the box. They're going too far down the line. Plus, they're out on the field.
So one more time, then they'll get penalized. Or the next time would be a penalty.
I've never seen anybody actually get penalized.
Yeah, usually the warning works. Pass and the right side. They got it fouled up, but look at him hurtle forward and gain about 5 yards that time. Pretty good play there by Max Gonzalez, fouling things up, but an even better play by the wide receiver, Quavon Beckford, able to jump forward and gain 4 yards.
What I'm struggling with is they've seen that play all day long and still haven't been able to do anything with it. All game long.
2nd down and 6. Thunder will show blitz. As Scipio was threatening to come off the right edge. Makes the snap. Steps up in the pocket. Fires left side. Caught. 1st down. Pitch and catch to C.J. Sims. He just goes down for the 1st down. Turns, and the ball's right on him by Ramon Atkins. So a 1st and 10 for the Cowboys.
So he just ran Matthew Stevens off about 5 yards and stopped and turned around.
So 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. So much for that 3 and out theory. Take as much time as they can off the play clock each time now, will the Cowboys. Good snap. Pressure off the edge, gets the pass. They're going for it all up the left sideline, incomplete.
Got a step.
Tanner Draper in coverage there. He was beat on the play, but there was Lou Dorsey streaking up the sideline. Incomplete.
How about Highlands taking a shot like that, though?
Yeah, that would have been the ultimate kill shot right there if they hit that one.
It shows that they're not intimidated at all.
So 2nd and 10. That does the Thunderwolves a favor. It stops the clock on the incomplete pass. Again, Scipio edging up on the right side of the formation, on the defensive formation. Now Filio creeping up as well. They both come on the blitz. Pass left side behind the intended receiver, incomplete. They were trying to get it over there to Israel Watson, and the ball fell incomplete.
You know, Patrick Howell was in coverage there. If he turns his body, he picks it off.
Yeah, that was dangerous there. 3rd down. Thunderwolves need to stop. Need to get that ball back. Straight drop back by Adkins. Fires left. It's caught. Short of the 1st down.
Ooh.
It's going to be a yard short. Good stop on the play by the Thunderbolts by Patrick Howell. The big backup wide receiver there. Watson made the grab, but he is a yard short. So it's 4th and a yard now. Decision time for the Cowboys. They're going to leave the offense out there. They're going to go for it.
That surprises me.
Now they're thinking about it. Now they are going to send the punt team out.
Yeah.
So Thunderwolves make the stop.
When you're leading, you can't gamble like that.
Now the Thunderwolves have to be very disciplined here not to jump offside on 4th and 1. Ball snap. Rugby style kick. Man, they almost blocked it. High bounce, and it goes over the Cook's head and into the end zone. Probably did the Thunderwolves a favor there. They'll come out to the 20-yard line. Tanner Draper again
Well,
favoring that right elbow.
He sold out. Almost got it.
Punter almost punted it right into the wedge there. Timeout on the field. We'll take one with him. 9:26 to go here, fourth quarter. It's 28-18. Highlands on top on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderbolts football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, field position not the Thunderbolts' friend, but they have the ball, so that is their friend here, down by 10. See if they can put together a nice long scoring drive here.
Preferably quick.
They give it to Roots up the middle. Breaks the first tackle, gets it across the 25 to the 26-yard line. It's almost like in this situation, when you need two scores, it's almost like a mini 2-minute drill right here. You got to have a sense of urgency, but you got to get that first down.
You know, going back to the huddle just doesn't seem. It seems unnecessary.
2nd and 4 for the Pack. Straight drop back. Devin over the middle. Caught by Gary. He's right at the sticks, and he muscles his way forward for the first down. That'll temporarily stop the clock to move the chains. Down to 8:50 to go. 1st and 10 Thunderwolves at the 31-yard line.
PG's having a day. They like that play to the tight end over the middle.
Thunderbolts come right up on the line of scrimmage. Straight drop back by Williams. Has time, fires down the middle, and not sure where he was going with that one. Incomplete.
Well, Fagans was in the pattern, but he cut it off 10 yards short of where the ball was thrown.
Yeah, and you end up having 3 receivers in the same spot, too. You had Fagans, Guerra, and Fine all right there in the same area. Kind of weird. 2nd down at 10. Not all as bad because it stops the clock. Time to reset here.
We've not seen Michael Roots try and go wide, but maybe that's because Highlands is so athletic and quick to the outside.
Penix in the slot to the left this time. He's running a go pattern right up the middle of the field. Now they throw it out to the edge, and it is picked off but out of bounds. Good grab over here on the sideline by Malik Brown, but he came down out of bounds.
That ball was underthrown by about 5 yards.
So 3rd down and 10 now for the Thunderwolves. So now is when pressure sets in right here. When you're at this spot in the game, 8:34 to go. Is it 4-down territory? Don't know. They got to get something positive to make it. If it's 4th and 10, I think you got to punt it away. But if you can get some yards here, you might roll the dice and go for it on 4th down. Hopefully you don't have that decision. Williams takes the snap. Here comes late pressure. Gets the pass away. Going up the right sideline. Man is wide open. Fine has it! Inside the 30. Inside the 25. Down to the 15-yard line. Max Fine got behind. Or, excuse me, it's not Fine. It's Andrew Cook. They're like twin brothers, Joe.
Well, 13 and 17 from where we're at.
Both kind of the same build. Cook's got a little more speed, though. Trips to the right, single wide out left. 1st and 10 Thunderwolves. That's the quick strike they needed. Handed into the middle. Roots now bounces it outside. Tries to duck inside and is taken down right at the 15-yard line. Loses a yard, at least 2nd down and 11.
They tried to go hurry up there, and I'm not sure they had the right personnel. Everybody was a little bit winded watching Andrew Cook run down the field.
So 2nd down and 11 for the Thunderwolves. Fine in the game on this play. He lines up wide to the right. Nick Williams wide to the left. They do like to run the corner route here or fade pattern to Williams in this end of the field. Flag is down. False start probably against the Thunderwolves here is my guess from one of the wide receiver. No, they're going to say, well, they signal offside against the Thunderwolves. Maybe they lined up offside.
Yep. Sam Preston Garrett just lined up off sides.
So that marks it back to the 20. So 2nd and 16 now. 7:34 to go here in this 4th quarter. 28-18. Thunderwolves down by 10. Now they need 2 scores. If they don't score, they could try the field goal, but you want to get the touchdown out of the way on this comeback, that's for sure. And they're going to play action. Here comes the jailbreak blitz. Get the pass away. Caught by Williams. Spin move, but a great tackle there. Getting a hold of his jersey and throwing him down was Philip Reeves.
Williams pass complete to number 10, Nick Williams.
So Nick gets...
Number 9.
He loses a yard.
Yeah, they're going to mark it back at the 25-yard line. So now third down for the Thunderwolves.
Last on the play.
They'll need
third and 21.
Nope, third and 20.
Such
need
promise.
The 5-yard line for the first down.
Such a promising drive. Now you're third and 20.
Straight drop back. They look right. Look right now, flush. They come out right side. Flag is down. Going to get a hold on the Thunderwolves. That's going to be a crazy penalty because now you're going to knock yourself out of field goal range here.
Williams pass complete to number 16.
Ball was caught by Fegans out on the flat. It was going to be a relatively short gain. Here's the call.
Holding on number 60, Csu-Pueblo. And these interior linemen, Jim, when they get called for holding, it's like, how? They're only rushing 3.
So now Highlands has a decision here. They could decline it, force about a 42-yard field goal attempt. I think I'd take the penalty, move the Thunderwolves back to where you're out of field goal range. They have declined it. And now the officials, they don't know what they're doing out there. Now they're going to talk it over. Are we sure?
I agree with you. I would take it, kick, knock him out of field goal range.
Now he'll be kicking into a little bit of a breeze here, but he's got the leg to make it from 60 on a calm day, so 42 yards into the wind shouldn't be that big a deal. And they do stay with the decision to decline the penalty. So 42-yard field goal attempt here. Chance to make it a one-score game here. This would be a big moment of the game. Kick is on the way. Bangs it up there, and it is good. 6:24 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves draw within a touchdown. It's 28-21 Highlands on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
Well, big-time field goal shot there by Dean Faithful into that breeze. Was not an easy kick, but he split the uprights. Gets the Thunderwolves within a touchdown. It's 28-21. Highlands is in their onside kick prevent here. They only have one guy standing back at the 25. If I'm the Thunderwolves, I just kind of pooch this right over the top of it, try to get a roller.
Baseball, the kickoff.
And now one of the guys fading back on the edge to about the 35. And that's what the Thunderwolves do. They try to pooch it deep here. It hits inside the 20, inside the 10. It's handled and going out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Thunderwolves get just what they wanted there because the deep receiver had to handle the ball in fear that it might stay in bounds. So Mosby fields the ball and then runs out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Interesting development there. So Thunderwolves did exactly what they thought they should do with only the one deep safety. They just tried to pooch it over everybody and then make it a race. Ball was heading toward the sideline, but like I said, Mosby couldn't take a chance that that ball would stay in bounds. He had to field it and then just run out of bounds. To say it takes one more hop and squirrely bounce toward the center of the field, then it'd have been Thunderwolves a long onside kick, basically. So now, the Cowboys, they desperately need to get a couple of first downs here. Atkins, the quarterback, takes the snap. He's going to run it. He runs it right up the middle, right into the teeth of the Thunderwolves defense. Gains a yard to the 12. Flag comes in. What is this going to be all about here? Thunderwolves lineman is down on the ground. Did he get high load here perhaps? Let's see. Dead ball.
Unnecessary roughness, number 73, the offense.
And it is. It's a dead ball personal foul against Highlands. Probably taking the shot at the injured Thunderwolves lineman, who was Dominic Feeney. He gets up, is able to get off the field. So it marks it back to the 6-yard line. So it makes it second down now and 15. Remember, it was a dead ball foul, so it's a loss of down. 6:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. Clock will not run because it was a penalty on the offense. Atkins looking it over. Takes the snap. Comes pressure off the edge. Pass up the left side. It's caught out around the 18-yard line. Forward progress stopped. But now it's going to bring up a critical 3rd down and 2 now for the Cowboys. Ball was caught by Beckford over on that left side. 3rd and 2 for the Cowboys. Can the Thunderwolves make the stop here? Atkins. Long count. Now he adjusts the play call. Taking his time. Takes the snap. He'll run it around the left side. The Thunderwolves stuff him! Back at the 15-yard line. He ended up falling down inside the 15. Forward progress will give him the 16. So the Thunderwolves defense makes the stop. Thunderwolves coming out of there. They say we got the football as Filio has it, but I don't think it was a fumble on the play. It is the Thunderwolves ball. They do say it's a fumble. The Thunderwolves get a fumble recovery. I thought forward progress had been stopped, but no. Filio comes out of the stack with the ball. It belongs to the Thunderwolves. So the Thunderwolves will go on offense here. 1st and 10. They're going to spot the ball. They don't know where they're going to spot it yet. It should be the 14, I believe. Nope, they mark it at the 16.
16-yard line.
At the 16 is where the Thunderwolves will take over. 28-21. Thunderwolves down by 7, but they have the football. Devin Williams, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives it to Roots, cuts inside for nothing. No gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Clock is rolling. We're down to 5:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves taking a lot of time here in the huddle. Play clock down to 20. They're going to split Fine out wide to the left. Fagan's in the slot to the left. Garrett goes in motion, resets on the right side. Devin Williams takes the snap. Play action. He's going to roll left. Pass in the flat, incomplete. And he took a big shot there at the end as they didn't give him enough time. Victor Villarreal able to get in there. He didn't buy the little fake. They were trying to get Guerra out on the flat. So now it's 3rd down and 10 for the Thunderwolves. So after this most improbable turn of events, you get the turnover on the 3rd and 2 run. But they've gone nowhere here on 2 plays. So 3rd and 10 from the 16. Roots now comes all the way over to the left side of the formation. Williams takes the snap. Here comes the pressure. Quarterback drawn. Williams goes nowhere. He fumbles the football. It's loose and it's recovered. Looks like the Cowboys have it at the 15-yard line. Nope. Somehow the Thunderwolves able to secure the football. So now the Thunderwolves have to decide whether to go for the field goal here or leave the offensive unit out here. Looks like they're going to leave the offense out here. The clock rolls. We're down to 4:30 to go. 4th down for the Pack. 4th and 10 from the 16-yard line. Bingham's into the game. He's on the hip of Williams. Nick Williams wide to the left. Fagan's in the slot to the left. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure. They flush him. Williams gets away. Now just lobs it into the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. It's out of bounds anyway. No chance for anybody to grab it. The ball goes over on downs. So Highlands dodges a big-time bullet there. They just could not give Devin Williams the time he needed to try to find anybody there. And so a most disappointing outcome there for the Pack as they get the turnover at the 16-yard line but go nowhere with it. So now the defense called on to try one more time to make the stop here with 3:59 to go in the fourth quarter. Atkins takes the snap. He hands the ball off. They try to run it around the edge. They've got a little something working, but the Thunderwolves string it out. Flag comes down. This could be a face mask maybe on the Thunderwolves. We'll see. Also could be holding, I suppose, on Highlands. I thought it was a face mask, though, myself.
Knocked out of bounds by number 3, Marcus Lawrence.
It was end up being a gain of about 6 on the play. Players all gathered around the sideline here, waiting to see what the call's going to be. Neither team making a move here. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Face mask, number 8, the defense.
And it is a face mask on the Thunderwolves. Called on Anthony Barron. So that'll move the ball all the way out to about the 37-yard line here for the Cowboys. So they get out of harm's way here. Down to 3:50 to go.
After the penalty, the ball placed at the 37. Good for a Cowboy.
So 1st and 10 Cowboys at the 37-yard line. The clock does run. Now the umpire comes in and says, we may have a point of order here. Should we be running the clock? I think you do, since the play ended up in bounds, I believe. They reset the clock to 25, and now the clock will roll. That's the proper timing issue here. Highlands just snap it way before they had to. They hand the ball up the middle, and the stop is made, but after a gain of about 4 on the play, they hand it off to Cameron. Highlands could have run another 20 seconds off the clock there, but they elected not to. So it'll be 2nd down and 6 now for the Cowboys from the 41-yard line. Down to 3:07 to go. Thunderwolves have 2 timeouts left. Getting to that point where you have to start thinking about taking them here. Play clock is at 8. Looks like Highlands is going to take it all the way down and maybe use a timeout of their own. Now they get set. 4 on the play clock. And they do snap it. They give it up the middle, and the Thunderwolves snuff this one out. Loss of about 4 on the play, all the way back to the 36. Thunderwolves do take the timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Kind of tell you what's going to happen here. Thunderwolves with 1 timeout left, but there's only 2:35 left in the game. So you got to make the stop right here. Let's just be clear about it. If you don't, then the math tells you the Thunderwolves just aren't going to get the ball back. So with 2:35 to go, let's say they run a play. They get the 1st down. Thunderwolves take their timeout. We'll say 2:25 to go. 3 plays, even if you kneel on it 3 plays, you're going to take up 2 minutes. So the game comes down to this right here. Thunderwolves have to make the stop here to get the ball back and then have a chance, to go the length of the field. Highlands is operating with the wind. So even if the Thunderwolves do make the stop, you feel like they're going to have to go the long field. But right now you would take that. So it's 1st and 10 Cowboys from the 30, or excuse me, 3rd and 11 Cowboys from the 37-yard line. 3rd and 11. Takes the snap. Here comes late pressure, and they got him. Boy, very fortunate that he didn't fumble that ball away as Feeney hit him, and somehow Adkins able to hold on to it there after the blindside hit. Thunderwolves do take the timeout with 2:29 to go, so they're going to get the ball back here, and it'll be the old 2-minute drill. So again, we'll keep it here, and with this timeout, we can go ahead and get caught up on what else is going on in the conference. Mines leads Mines. Colorado Mines on top, 44-24. Western Colorado was up by about 3 touchdowns. That score hasn't updated for some reason. Chadron State leads Adams State 36-14. And Mesa has defeated Fort Lewis. That game has gone final, 48-3. We'll have post-game show. Joe Cervi's down on the field. He'll talk to John Risson as soon as this one's over. Mines game has gone final, so Colorado Mines wins 44-24. They reset the clock now to 2:31. Back deep to receive the punt is Andrew Cook. The snap. Ball's down. Flag is down where the Thunderwolves offside here. Fair catch taken at the 23-yard line. I think the Thunderwolves might have lined up offside here. If that's the case, does Highlands elect to punt it again? Either that or it might have been an illegal formation on Highlands. Let's see. Here's the call. They talk it over here still. Thunderwolves may decide to make him punt it again.
5 in the backfield on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Fourth down.
Yeah, they're going to make him re-kick it here. They could have taken the 5 on the end, but the Thunderwolves are going to try to roll the dice here and maybe block a kick. They've come close a couple times today, but remember in the first half, that was one of the big bugaboos as they picked up a roughing the punter penalty, which kept the drive alive, the first drive of the game, and Highlands ended up scoring a touchdown. So now it's 4th down and 18 back at the 27-yard line. Cook can move a little closer here, but punting with the wind here. You don't want to get one punted over your head. Snap is there. Kick is away. It's a shorter kick. Fair catch taken at the 38-yard line. So the Thunderwolves pick up about 8 yards there on the exchange. So a little bit better operating room here. 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line, trailing at 28-21. 2:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves trailed 28-10 at one point. Early on in this fourth quarter, but have come back to make it a 7-point game. From the gun, Williams has Roots with him in the backfield. Straight drop back. Here comes pressure off the edge. Gets the pass away. Caught by Roots. Spins forward to about the 43-yard line. He did a great job there to avoid the pass rush. Gain of 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Thunderwolves. Clock rolls. We're down to 2 minutes to go. Williams takes the snap. Looks over the middle. Fires left. Dropped by Roots. Probably just as well because he was going to gain little or nothing there as the defender was coming up on him. It's imperative here that you get first downs and you get that stops the clock momentarily while they move the chains. You either got to get first downs or move the ball toward the sideline on out patterns. You can't afford to take a sack or get tackled in the middle of the field before the chains. 3rd and 6. Williams takes the snap. They only rush 3, but they got a chance at him. He avoids it, gets the pass out in the flat to Bingham, puts his head down, gets forward for about 4. They stopped the clock for some reason. Oh, there's a flag down. There's a flag down across the way here. Flag down across the way at the 42-yard line. Here's the call.
Brings up 4th and 2.
Offside against Highlands. So you take the penalty. And that'll make it 3rd and roughly a yard to go now. So 3rd and a yard from the 47-yard line. So that's a key call here against Highlands. Would have been 4th down and 2 with the clock rolling. Instead, it stops the clock. So we have 3rd down and a yard now for the Thunderwolves. So the Thunderwolves could roll the dice here or just run it, be safe, get the first down. Williams straight drop back, looks left, he's flush from the pocket, running for his life, able to turn the corner, gets the first down across midfield, down to the 47-yard line of the Cowboys. So 1st and 10 Thunderwolves from the 47-yard line of New Mexico Highlands. We're down to 1:39 to go here in the 4th quarter. Bingham stays in the backfield. Mitchell split wide to the right. Guerra in the slot to the right. Nick Williams to the left, along with Feggins. Pass left side, caught by Feggins. He tries to get out of bounds, and he doesn't on his own volition. The clock remains running here as he was stopped. His forward progress was stopped on the field of play, so the clock rolls. It's down to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 4. It's 2nd down and 6, 1:20 to go. Williams takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, and he'll run it. The field opens up. He slides down. He's got the first down. Where did he start the slide, though? He might be short of the first down. He is short of the first down. That was an ill-advised slide. The clock stopped momentarily, though. Now it rolls. It's 3rd down and a yard. He needed to sell out there to get the first down. Here comes late pressure. Gets the pass away up the left sideline. Incomplete. Now it'll be 4th down. Devin Williams lost sight of where he was on the field on that slide. He slid. When you start the slide, that's where the ball is ended up dead. So now it's 4th down and a yard. Plus, by not getting the first down, the clock rolled, so you lost a few extra precious seconds. Now you got to get the first down here on 4th and a yard. Bingham is the lone back here. Williams takes the snap. He gives it to Bingham. He's got the first down and more. Sprints into the secondary. He's across the 20 down to the 19-yard line. 1st down and 10. Thunderwolves. Clock stops as they move the chains. Down to 50 seconds to go. Williams takes the snap, and now he'll ground it. I'm not sure I'm in favor of that with this much time on the clock, but they want to reset it all. Takes away a precious down there. So now it sets up 2nd down and 10 from the 19-yard line. Ball resting at the 19 after the run by Bingham and the spike job. So 2nd and 10 at the 19. 47 seconds to go. It's 28-21. Highlands with the lead. Roots in motion to the left side. Williams, fade pattern, back of the end zone, and it is. Oh, he had it and then dropped it. Dick Williams had it on his fingertips. Juggling act, tried to come up with it. The ball fell off his fingertips, incomplete. 3rd down and 10. This is the very reason I thought that spike was a little premature for the Thunderwolves, because you give up a chance to gain yardage perhaps. And now you put yourself in a tough situation. 3rd and 10 from the 19-yard line. Williams takes the snap. Pass back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He threw it too far. He's trying to get it to Max Fine. Ran out of real estate over there. Now it all comes down to this. 4th down and 10 for the Thunderwolves. So twice the Thunderwolves have had it down here in the red zone late in this ball game. A chance to get the tying score. First time unable to, and now the second time they're in big-time danger here. 4th and 10 from the 19. You got to imagine Highlands was just putting on a pretty good pass rush this entire game. Is going to sell out here with some kind of blitz, with the Thunderwolves needing 10. Can the Thunderwolves give him time? Setting in the pocket. Williams rolls right, sets, fires into the back of the end zone. Incomplete! And the Cowboys are going to win it. Trying to get it to Nigel Mitchell, streaking across the back end zone, and the pass was too far, and it's incomplete. But again, credit the pass rush of the Cowboys, as Williams was flushed out of the pocket to the right. He just didn't have time to really set. He had to throw it into the back of the end zone. So a most disappointing loss here for the Thunderwolves, as they're going to go down to defeat for the first time since the reboot of the program against New Mexico Highlands. They had been 12-0 against them. Well, now make it 12-1. Well, Highlands, they've been close several times this year in fourth quarters of ball games, and they finally get it done here today against the Thunderwolves. Take the snap, take a knee, and that will do it. Final score from Las Vegas, New Mexico. New Mexico Highlands defeats the Colorado State University Pueblo Thunderwolves 28-21. Back with our post-game show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Las Vegas, New Mexico. Let's go down to the field and Joe Cervi.
One too many obstacles to overcome, and they just kept coming.
Yeah, we had some chances. We didn't take advantage of it, and shame on us for not taking advantage of it.
The resilience of your kids, down big, kept fighting back. You never saw any quit, but just not taking advantage of some things that you had to do.
Yeah, we had our chances, and we didn't quite get it done, and that's called the game. And I'm very, very disappointed in our performance today.
All right, Jim, back upstairs.
Okay, I guess short and sweet sometimes is what we get. I could think of about 5 other things I'd ask, but that's the way it goes. It's the end of the ball game, 28-21. Back with more of our post-game show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
And welcome back to Sanchez Family Stadium here. Las Vegas, New Mexico Thunderwolves go down to defeat 28-21. And the game didn't start off well for the Thunderwolves, to say the least. They got a stop on defense. You'd think things would be all system go, but they roughed the punter. And it's one of many plays throughout the day that the Thunderwolves just didn't make, and gave Highlands new life, and they took full advantage. Setting, firing down the middle. It's up for grabs, and it's caught. Touchdown! Right down the middle of the field, Quavon Beckford split the coverage, and the Cowboys are on the scoreboard. Extra point was good, made it 7-0 at that point. Thunderwolves would get the ball on their first possession. They moved it smartly down the field, but another one of those frustrating plays during the ball game. Devin Williams launched a pass into the end zone. It would have been a tough grab. He was hit as he delivered it, so the pass ended up being a little bit underthrown, but DJ Pennick had his hands on it. He was wide open in the end zone, and more or less just dropped it. And the Thunderwolves had to send the field goal unit out. Ball down, kick is up, away, plenty of leg, and it is good. So the field goal made it 7-3 at that point. Thunderwolves then had a couple of opportunities on offense. They forced a bad punt, had the ball at the 31-yard line, went 3 and out, ended up missing a field goal, then got the ball back at their own 40, 3 and out, didn't do anything, then got an interception out around midfield, unable to do anything with it. So just problems mounting for their offense throughout the ball game. Eventually, Highlands was able to take advantage. They give it up the middle, and it's right to the goal line. It's close. Touchdown. Touchdown for Highlands. It was by Cameron High on the carry. The extra point was good. They led it 14-3 at that point. But then the Thunderwolves struck from midfield. Big wide receiver Luke Dorsey in the slot to the left. Quarterback draw. And getting forward, Atkins is tough to bring down. He gets by. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there, but we must have missed. Nigel Mitchell caught a pass streaking down the right sideline, hit him in stride. He took it on into the end zone. The extra point was good. Thunderwolves trailed at that point 14-10. Then I mentioned the Howell interception, and this is one of the plays that you thought might have turned the tide for the Pack. Atkins looks up the sideline, comes over the middle, intercepted! Back the other way across the midfield stripe, cutting back inside. It's Howell. Gets one break of a tackle, goes down at the 42-yard line. Patrick Howell making the interception for the Thunderwolves. But the Thunderwolves unable to take advantage. In fact, they would turn it over. Gets a yard down to the 42-yard line. Ball's ripped free. The Highlands, the Cowboys have it. Big lumbering lineman across the 35 down to about the 26-yard line. And the Thunderwolves turning the ball over right there, right when you thought toward the end of the first half they might be able to take it on in, probably kind of like last week, get the lead going into the locker room instead. Went down the other way. This is when the game got really screwy. Highlands got the ball down, elected to run a play with 4 seconds to go. They were stopped at the 1-yard line. Time had run out, but the officials said they had called timeout before time had run out. It would give them one extra shot at it. Low snap. It's handled, but the Thunderwolves stop. No, it's kept by the quarterback. He kept it. I thought he handed it off, Joe, but instead Atkins takes it onto the end zone. How did he grab that snap? It was a roller.
The ball was on the ground.
And sometimes when things are going to go your way, they just go your way. So Highlands had a 21-10 lead at halftime. Then they would add on a little more. Give it up the middle. Oh, nice little move into the secondary. Nice cut to the goal line. Touchdown. What a run by Cameron High. And at that point, after the extra point, they led it 28-10. It looked like it was just going to be a long, long day for the Thunderwolves. But give them credit. They would come back and strike. Fine in motion to the right side. Now reverses to the right side. They sprint to the right. Pass to Fine. He's got it. Touchdown. And Max went in motion about 3 different directions. He came across the formation, stopped, reversed, then reversed again, got open on the right side for the touchdown. Thunderwolves needed a 2-point conversion somewhere along the line, so how about right now? Fakes the roots. They throw it right side to Garrett, puts his head down. He's in. So Preston Garrett, some big physical runs after catches today. That made it 28-18. Thunderwolves then able to move the ball down the field again. They'd get another shot at it, but they were stopped, so they called on the field goal kicker. Big moment in the game. Kick is on the way. Bangs it up there, and it is good. Kick by Dean Faithful from 42 yards made the score 28-21. Thunderwolves then went on defense, and they would get a most improbable play on defense. Thunderwolves coming out of there. They say we got the football as Filio has it, but I don't think it was a fumble on the play. It is the Thunderwolves ball. They do say it's a fumble. It was a quarterback keeper play by Ramon Atkins. The Thunderwolves stuffed him. Looked like forward progress was stopped, but then all of a sudden Filio came out of there with the ball, but the Thunderwolves unable to punch it in for what could have been the tying touchdown. So then they had to turn the ball back over to the defense. Defense would make the stop. They'd get the ball back. They'd move it down deep into Highlands territory. But I think when a call comes undone for the Thunderwolves is when they got the first down run down inside the 20. Instead of trying to run another play with about 50 seconds to go, they went up and spiked it. And it put them behind the 8 ball, I thought, right there at 2nd down and 10, kind of forced their hand. And 3 straight incompletions would result in this. Setting in the pocket. Williams rolls right, sets, fires into the back of the end zone. Incomplete! And the Cowboys are going to win it. They were trying to get it to Nigel Mitchell as he was streaking across the back of the end zone, but it fell incomplete. We'll go ahead and take one more time out here. We'll come back. We'll wrap things up right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo.
This is CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves football on Fox Sports Pueblo 1350. Let's head to the field and join the voices of the pack, Jim Brooks and Joe Cervi.
28-21 is the final score. Highlands defeats CSU Pueblo. Joe, just a gaggle of missed opportunities for the Thunderwolves throughout this ball game, but in particular there in the fourth quarter.
Well,
Oops, let me get you turned on there.
Listening to that low light reel, you don't realize how many opportunities they blew. And give Highlands credit. I mean, normally you can overcome those kind of things down here or against Highlands. You've had their number for 12 straight years, but that was the most poised Highlands teams I've ever seen, and they matched that poise with athleticism. So CSU Pueblo had no answer for that backside rush. They had no answer for a running game, and they had no answer for Atkins.
Well, I guess, it's always easy in our spot to be the second guesser's delight, but I think in the analysis, when you analyze that last few moments of the ball game, when the Thunderwolves elected to spike the ball with 50 seconds to go after picking up the first down, you understand why they might have done it, but maybe they should have went up there and tried to get a positive playoff.
Well, downs are so hard to come by, and moving the yardage, and I can see it with a first-year quarterback trying to get him settled, but Highlands defense, it was in his grill the entire game, and in those last 3 plays that he threw, they were in his grill the entire game. I think everybody's going to be second guessing this, from players to coaches all the way down, and John likes to fall on the sword when his team plays bad, and I'm sure he will again, but there was a lot of missed opportunities from a lot of different people today.
And indeed there were, and it's just, when it comes down to it, you got to make plays.
Yeah.
You just don't make enough plays. They made more plays when they had to. They hit the bomb on 3rd down early in the ball game after you roughed the punter.
Their third downs, again?
You look back on it, the 3rd down's just amazing.
And that's been a bugaboo of CSU Pueblo all season, and it came back to haunt them again.
All right, we don't have. They never brought us a statue, so we're not going to worry about it. So we'll take a look at what else is going on around the conference today. Mesa defeated Fort Lewis 55-3. Colorado Mines over South Dakota Mines 44-24. We've got a couple of games still in progress. Western State leads Black Hill State 44-20. About 6 minutes to go in that ball game, and Chadron State leads Adams State. 11 minutes to go in that game, 45-27. Most of the in-state schools are playing tonight. New Mexico is at Colorado State is at New Mexico, rather. Air Force is at Boise State. Northern Colorado is at Cal Davis. Colorado is in action right now. I guess I could try to get a score for that. They were playing Arizona, one of the lone games taking place during the day today in the Pac-12. Oh, what a snooze fest that is! 6-0. Midway through the 3rd quarter, CU on top of Arizona. That's the 2 doormats of the Pac-12 right there. Both of them trying to avoid last place, I guess you'd say. Some of the other scores from around the country. We'll look at Division II scores here first. Most of the action is under the lights or late here tonight in Division II football. Slippery Rock lost today, the 7th-ranked team in the country. They lose 48-21. Bowie State over Virginia State 51-44. Notre Dame of Pennsylvania defeated Wesleyan 52-14. Minnesota Duluth over Concordia 33-13. Bentley over Southern Connecticut 34-20. Kearney, they defeat Emporia State today, the old Emporia State Teachers College. I remember it back in the old days, 42-35. And Minnesota State our friends up in Mankato. They defeat Upper Iowa today, 58-0. On the big boys side of the house, I'll give you the finals first. Cincinnati last night defeated, or that game is actually today. They defeated Central Florida 56-21. Oregon last night over Cal 24-17. Michigan State holds on, defeats Indiana 20-15. Oklahoma State comes from behind, knocks off Texas 32-24. Auburn over Arkansas 38-23. LSU defeats Florida 49-42. A&M over Missouri 35-14. San Diego State last night in double overtime defeated San Jose State 19-13. The games that are in progress right now: Baylor leads BYU in the third quarter 17-14. Purdue leads Iowa 17-7. That is midway through the third quarter. Georgia leads Kentucky 21-7 early on in the third quarter in that one. Did we give you the Auburn final? I don't know if I did. You said it over Arkansas 38-23. LSU holds on, defeats Florida 49-42. Other in-progress games, I don't think there is any.
No, I think
that about covers it. The rest of the action is under the lights tonight. Red Sox and the Astros are underway down in Houston. I don't have a score on that one yet. And the Dodgers will be taking on Atlanta a little bit later this evening. Joe, your final thoughts?
It was ugly. Everybody thinks that CSU Pueblo was right, and they did not play well enough to win this game, and it showed. Sometimes they could, in the past, they would be able to get away with it with just pure athleticism and talent. Today, not so much. They did not do enough things right when they needed to. Highlands did, and that's the story of the game.
Well, it's not all bad news for yours truly. Red Sox have 2 grand slams already. They're up 8-0 in the third inning. Usually 8-0 safe, but you never know in that bandbox they play. And they talk about Coors Field being a bandbox. That field in Houston, that's ridiculous. How easy it is to hit a home run there, I think.
Well, then it'll be a nice drive home.
Yeah, so we can. Well, it's nice for us no matter what, because I don't lose sleep.
No,
it's just the way it goes. But Thunderbolts will be back in action next week, and if they'd have somehow pulled out a win here, it could have set up what it was be a great celebration week for the Thunderbolts. It'll be homecoming next week, and they're honoring the 2014 National Championship team on Friday night, which we'll have a chance to take part in. We're looking forward to that.
Yeah, that was such a special time in the school's history and in our lives. We had a blast. And, I've covered World Series, I've covered Super Bowls, I've covered everything. And that's probably the most fun to ride from start to finish I've ever done.
All right, we'll also have the John Riston Show for you on Wednesday night as we regurgitate this one and figure out what went wrong here and there and what could have changed or what really couldn't change.
Literally regurgitate.
Yes, exactly.
It's not going to taste very good.
But we'll have it for you on Wednesday night from Thunder Zone Pizza and Tap House, the John Riston Show, each and every Wednesday night, 6 o'clock right here on Fox Sports Pueblo. Our next action of Thunderbolts football will be on a little later next week. It's a 2 o'clock kickoff. It is homecoming. Adams State comes to town. 1:30 with the pregame show. Joe and I will have the call for you on that one. Aaron Konitschke has been our producer and engineer today. We thank Aaron for all of his hard work putting together that highlight package, plus just keeping us straight as the afternoon went along. One more final reminder. Thunderbolts go down to defeat. They lose to New Mexico Highlands 28-21. You want to put a little, I'll wax poetic, though. Joe, they could still win the conference if they win out.
Without question. I don't think it's over.
That's the way you got to look at it.
I just think they need to play a whole hell of a lot better.
Yep, they've got to just look within themselves and try to come back from this stunning defeat here today to New Mexico Highlands. Till we talk to you on Wednesday night, for my partner Joe Cervi, for Aaron Konitschke, this is Jim Brooks bidding you good afternoon from Las Vegas, New Mexico.